Thursday afternoon, whether you're at work right now, you're driving right now, you're listening on the YouTube chat, hit us up as well on the text line, 916-339-1140. So much to get to over the next 4 hours. Our guy, Kevin Gleason, Whitey Gleason, off today. He is back tomorrow, but it's me and Jay holding it down. We're going to get into the latest on this Dearon Fox situation. Is Vivek Ranadive actually going to OKC to meet with Dearon Fox? We'll talk about that coming up in just a little bit. Coming up at 4:15. Also, we'll be joined by Anthony Slater of The Athletic. He'll get to the very latest. We'll dive into that DeMar DeRozan sound as well. And Jay, believe it or not, it's actually All-Star Reserve Thursday as well. And I got my D-list coming up, who I think should make the Western Conference All-Star team. But first, Kings fans, I know you're out there. I know you're listening. I know you want to know my take on all this. Let me just say this. Kings are coming off a tough loss last night against Philly. Second half, they looked despondent, didn't play with that energy we seen them throughout the season. And it's clear the last 36 hours, 48 hours, is causing some issues. I thought the first half last night against Philly, sure, they didn't play great. They didn't play great defensively, we understand, but they were right there. It was a close game. Close game in the third quarter as well. But then the fourth quarter, you only score 17 points. You wind up losing to Philly without Joel Embiid, without Paul George, no Andre Drummond, no Jared McCain. And it's like, it reminded me of the Sacramento Kings team during the Mike Brown era earlier this season. It's like, yeah, you look good for stretches, but you don't know how to put it all together and actually get a win. And that's something I have not seen during the Doug Christie era here. Usually they play hard, they scrap, they may not always get the W, but I thought last night was the first night I saw the weight of everything, whether it's Mike Brown firing, the expectations, the De'Aaron Fox situation, the trade deadline, whatever. They look like a ball club that was being bothered by some of the outside forces, if you will, Jay. It wasn't like the Sixers were a great team and they just took it to us. I feel like we sort of let them take it to us. And that's not something we've seen from a Doug Christie coach squad so far. And so it wasn't surprising that they lost that game last night. It wasn't surprising that the Sixers shoot better than 50%, hit some threes as well. It wasn't surprising to me that Tyrese Maxey had his way in that game. What Tyrese have? 16, I think, in the first half, or 17 in the first half, 16 in the second half, whatever it was. And so my question is, what do we expect, Kings fans? And Jay, you and I were talking on the drive-in about this. Everything was going A-okay. Sure, there were some rumblings about De'Aaron Fox, but the team was 11-4 under Doug Christie. They had battled back. They were looking forward to making a stretch run. And then all of a sudden, this big bomb drops from the air. And I got to wonder, with a week to go before the trade deadline, is the season already lost? Like, this next week, these next few days will determine not only this season, obviously, but maybe the course of the franchise for the next 5 to 7 years, Jay. And so I know, big fella.
We supposed to start off good, Drapes. You bringing my spirits down already,
you
sir.
Tell me what's good. Give me some good news. Give me some good news, Jay, right now.
We're walking and breathing and living, sir. You're, you've been blessed with a beautiful family. You've got to see Taylor Swift concert last year, not this past year. No, but yeah, it is. I will say this, Drapes. I'm gonna follow you on this one. I thought last night, especially in the fourth quarter, was the first time I can really remember since Coach Doug Christie has taken over, where it's like, ooh, something might be irking the players. Something might have them a little confused. Something might not all be there. We might not all be strumming the same chord, and it could have been just a loss. I know they were up, of course, third quarter. You could say they were up big, but in the NBA, what's big at this point in the NBA? With 30?
Right. Yep.
I mean, because 20 people are bringing that quick, people are coming back from 20, but I'm hoping that, as you said, the grenade, the bomb, the atom bomb that we've had to deal with here this past week, doesn't continue to fester with this team. But I'm with you. I do agree. I thought last night, even though it was early in the game, or I should say in the middle of the game, there were some times where it was kind of like, that's normally De'Aaron time.
Right.
Or, that's normally where here come the Kings, especially since Coach Doug Christie has taken over. And the fight was slipped through their hands, Drapes.
Yes.
It did, for sure.
It really did. And last night against the Sixers, 117-104. To Jay's point, you're in that game, you get outscored 28-17. How the hell can a team with De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Domantas Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan only score 17 points against a shell of a Sixers team? You see what I'm saying? Like, on paper, that five I just mentioned, that four I just mentioned should get you 20 to 25 in their sleep. And so one thing I saw during the Mike Brown era earlier this season, and that I saw last night, when things are going good, first quarter, second quarter, we good. But when things get tight, when you got to rely on each other, when you got to dig in and focus, when you got to pull together and be clutch, it's like the Detroit game where it's like we find ways to lose. And that's what I saw yesterday. And I'm not saying, sure, they missed shots. I'm not saying they threw the ball away, didn't give effort or anything like that. But it was like doubt creeped in. And that's something I haven't seen from this team. We got a lot to get to, Jay. And I saw this and I texted it to you as well. This tweet. I don't know this guy. I'm going to start off by saying I'm not 100% sure it's true. I'm talking about Dusty Garza, Spurs reporter on Twitter. He put out there, and he got close to 20-something thousand followers. Sources tell me Kings owner Vivek Ranadive is flying to OKC, where Sacramento plays on Saturday, for a sit-down dinner with De'Aaron Fox. I'm told he's on a mission to convince Fox to stay in Sacramento. No word on whether Rich Paul of Clutch Sports will be there. You and I did some digging.
Yeah, because one thing, and you know what, Drapes, I want to save this for a little later in the show.
Yeah.
And I think, I haven't even ran this by you, but I think you'd be on the same boat with me because you've talked about it a few times. And I'm going to just leave it at this. There is so many people acting as if they know what is going on right now. And not just with the De'Aaron Fox situation, but throughout the whole NBA.
Yes.
Like every time I look up, someone says something and then someone else is rebuttaling it. Someone says, a reporter says something, and then another reporter is like, nah, that's not what happened. It is amazing right now. Because, and I get it. It's the NBA trade deadline. Everybody, wants to get a little cachet, get some followers, get their follow up. Yeah, the whole little nine, the whole situation. But man, I don't even know who's who, what's what, and what's going on, besides the fact that the people that I could count on and trust. But Drapes, I would imagine you will agree with me. And again, don't go on a diatribe because I know sometimes you can't with this. You have to agree right now. It is so much going on in the NBA circles that one person reports something, next person is like, nah, that's not true. It's crazy right now.
It's crazy. And there's several reports out there that you and I have seen, and we'll dive into it here coming up in a minute, but that we both agree, like, nah, that's not 100% accurate. That's not really 100% accurate. But regarding the Vivek going to OKC story, I talked to two different people about this. One said they hadn't heard that, but they could see that happening. They said, I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me if Vivek was on the trip and went out to OKC. Another told me they hadn't heard that at all. That's two different sources.
Okay.
With that being said, Jay, I see Vivek on the road all the time.
Right. He's staying in the plane with you guys.
He's always.
Actually, do we fly personal?
He fly. Okay. He fly. Come on. He ain't on the plane with. He got his own private jet. He on the PJ. But I'll show up to a city, and he's sitting there courtside, and we chopping it up.
Yeah, we see him on the game.
Yeah,
sure.
So it would not surprise me if Vivek is in OKC, maybe in Minnesota, or wherever it may be. But I will say this, if this report is true, if he's going to meet with De'Aaron Fox, to me, this signals things are serious. This is all hands on deck right now.
Yeah.
The future of this season, the future of one of your most beloved players is on the line here over the next 7 or 8 days. Now, let's say we take Garza's word as 100% accurate. Let's say his report is right.
And please let everybody know where Mr. Garza is based at.
He calls himself Spurs reporter. His location says Los Angeles.
So he in La La Land.
Yeah, exactly. So
but he's a Spurs reporter.
He's all over the place.
Okay.
But then he says News for San Antonio is in his bio.
Yeah.
KABB, Fox 29, which is in San Antonio, is in his bio as well. But let's say what he says is 100% true. What I read into that is this. He says, quote, I'm told he's on a mission to convince Fox to stay in Sacramento. Let's say that's true. Let's say Vivek is going to OKC right now to meet with De'Aaron Fox tomorrow and say, we want you to stay.
Right.
Why would he do that, Jay? Unless he had some knowledge that De'Aaron Fox wasn't going to stay.
Right.
Right?
Or had intentions of not staying.
Or had intentions of not staying. And so you and I were talking. What this also signals is the organization, I'm talking from the top, doesn't want De'Aaron Fox to leave.
Agreed.
They actually want De'Aaron Fox to stay.
Yes.
And this goes back to what I was saying yesterday. This has turned into the business of the NBA. This isn't Monty pointing the finger at you. You failed me. This isn't De'Aaron Fox trying to snake his way out of town. This is a 27-year-old guy saying, at this stage of my career, let me see what's important to me. Let me see what's out there. I said it yesterday, and I'll say it again, and people will disagree with me. This isn't about whether or not they traded for John Collins or not, Jay. This isn't about whether they got Cam Johnson. I think you can agree with me, right? This isn't about, the roster moves or anything like that. There's more to the story than just that.
Absolutely.
I think.
For sure. And I'll stand on it. I know for sure it's more to the story. Absolutely. It's not and most of the time, not all of the time, most of the time, what we are privy to, media, fans of teams, people who aren't in the integral circles, more times than not, there's more that meets the eye than what's on the surface.
Right.
Definitely when it comes to sports. As someone that has been intertwined in contract deals, as someone that has been intertwined as people who've been at the round table with people in contract, negotiations, as someone that has managed people in contract negotiations, there's always more than meets the eye. Mm-hmm. And the toughest part about it is we're left to guess. And when you're left to guess, there's always room for conspiracy theories. There's always room for, I know the cousin of the brother of the cousin.
Right.
And he told me.
Right.
And it's just like what I said a couple of days ago. If you do the experiment, you pass it to one person, 30 people later, it's probably not going to be, you'll have a smidgen of what was said, but not the whole full situation. And so it is, for me, De'Aaron, just what you said, this is the business of the league, Drapes. The Kings, this is the business of the league, Drapes. If Vivek truly is getting on the PJ, as you would say, Uncle V, who signs the checks, getting on the PJ, and wants to have negotiations with De'Aaron, if nothing else, that tells me he's coming to negotiate you staying here, or we're going to get a resolution very quick.
Right.
And if you call him the big gun, he's the big gun. Yes. He's the check signer.
Yep.
There's nobody higher than him. And it's for a reason. If the big gun is coming to have negotiations, in my experience, that lets me know that all is not lost. All has not been failed. Because when the big gun, the times I've negotiated with the big gun, they have some inklings of what they want, they have a plan. They hypothesize on where they're trying to go, but they also want you to be a part of it. It's how can we figure it out where you win, I win, we all be okay versus, you know what? You go and I go, and it's all said and done. Now, once they get to the table, Drapes, if they can't, as men come to, to an agreement, then we may get the resolution of, well, it just didn't happen. But if you're taking the meeting, to me, that lets me know you want De'Aaron to be here.
Exactly. And somebody tweeted at me, and I'll read this
already
right here. Yeah, no, dude, it was like as soon as we went on the air, somebody tweeted at me and said, quote, Kyle, can we stop pushing the narrative that Foxy is gone? Foxy even said he didn't say anything. I'm trying to figure out how to respond to that.
Well, I think you did.
Okay.
Because you just said, we just said.
Yep.
All is not lost.
All is not lost.
I mean, if you want me to say it that way, meaning meaning the person who tweeted at you.
Yeah.
All is not lost. If this report is true, big guns don't negotiate with people that they ain't trying to get rid of.
Right.
Bye. It's all good.
Right.
The fact that I'm even coming to the table means I still got something left. It's like a relationship, Drapes. If it's over, it's over. One thing I've realized, I was raised by my mama. I was raised by two aunties. I was raised by my grandmother. I was raised by a lot of women. And one of the things I always kept with me, especially an African-American woman, when they're done, they're done. It's over.
It's done.
There ain't no bouncing back. Ain't no coming back. If there's still something that's got, still bringing them to the table, they still conversating. And I'll even tell you, I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. My wife, we were in a long distance relationship at one point in time. And, I did something stupid, right? And I remember my wife being mad at me. And one of my confidants, one of my friends, he said, hey, checking up on me, making sure all is good. And I'm like, all is well, man. I gotta do what I need to do to make sure that everything is on point. And he was like, you know what he told me, Drapes? He said, when you call her, do she still pick up? I said, yeah. He said, when you text her, do she text you back? I said, yeah. I said, she be kicking, screaming, yelling, whatever it is.
Right.
He's like, then you still got something. Because the moment she leaves, she doesn't return your phone call.
Damn.
The moment she don't text you back, the moment she go radio silent,
that's when you're in trouble.
It's done.
That's when it's done.
There ain't no getting back to that.
Damn, Jay. You preaching right now.
And I said, and again, being younger, I thought about it and I was like, man, you 100% right. If a person is done with you, Drapes, I'm done with you. I'm blocking you. I ain't returning your call. Right. You can't get to me. If you want to go to my, my brother, my cousin, my auntie, my daughter, my mama, however you trying to get to me, you want to make a burner account. You want to call me from a private number. You want to call me, whatever you trying to do. If I ain't returning, if I'm not reciprocating that attention, then it's over with.
It's over.
But if I'm still giving you that attention, if I'm still, no matter if I'm upset at you, if I'm mad at you, it doesn't matter if I'm kicking, screaming, because sometimes people get upset and they got to get things off their chest a certain way, right? No matter how it is. Yep. I'm not saying it's right, but everybody deals with certain things a different way. But if they still giving you the attention, still giving you the respect of operating and taking their time, you got a shot, man. Does that answer your tweet?
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is, you're saying there's still a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. Because guess what? It could be Jimmy Butler right now.
Right. And neither side has done that. And here's the thing. Rasay came out on social media and said they didn't request a trade. I haven't heard that De'Aaron Fox say, I want out of here. And the fact that Vivek, reportedly, if it is true, is going out there to meet with him. To me, that means he's looking to smooth over whatever issues that De'Aaron Fox may or may not have with the organization. Maybe Foxy just wants a max deal. Maybe he does want the roster improved. Maybe he does want more stability. But when the owner comes in, that's when things get done. When it's that kind of face-to-face conversation, Jay, if it happens, that's when you can start really making the progress. That's when we reach critical point. Like, all right, because ain't nowhere to go after that.
No.
If Fox and Vivek are sitting at dinner, looking eye to eye, and Vivek says, we want you to stay here in Sacramento. When he gets up from that table, he will have an inkling of where De'Aaron Fox stands.
Absolutely.
And then you got to act accordingly.
That's right.
After that, from an
Take 2 to
organizational
tango
standpoint.
And I always say 3. Because, again, there's always 3 sides to every story. We all got confidence. We all got people that we believe in. And as much as, and I'll be the first one again, I gave you the story of my wife. She wasn't my wife then. She's my wife now. So guess what? Even though I made her upset, there still was something there. Now we've been married almost 3 years, right? Mm-hmm. So I say that to say there's always people that you trust and believe in, Clutch Sports. There's always people that you trust and believe in, front office of the Sacramento Kings, that you're going to bounce ideas off of.
Right.
More times than not, Drapes, as much as we stand on our own 2 feet and make decisions for ourselves, I would imagine more times than not, you think before you think before you speak, you think before you make a decision. You sit back and analyze. When it's something, it's like, hey, look, even when you go to when you go to Leatherbees, shouts out to Michael Folsom, you know, it's not like making a decision on ice cream. We're talking about livelihood, where you live at, your family situation, kids are involved, agencies are involved. Don't get it twisted, Drapes. Clutch Sports definitely is working on, behalf of De'Aaron, but guess who also getting a check? Clutch Sports.
Clutch Sports is getting a check.
That's what I say. It's more than meets the surface. It's more than meets the eye. I get it as Kings fans because we've been painted, meaning the organization, and I say we, but Kings fans have seen the organization be painted in a terrible in a negative way for so long. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you begin to believe some of that nonsense, right?
Right.
But I'm also keeping 1,000, and please cut your mic off. There has been regimes that have been through here that has been part of this organization that has given good reason for this organization to be painted in a negative light. Both can be true.
Yeah, 100%, Jay. And here's the thing. And I'm going to open up the phone lines here coming up in a second, 916-339-1140, because what I'm seeing on social media, what I'm seeing on our YouTube and text line and everything is a lot of finger pointing. Vivek's to blame. Monty and Wes is to blame. De'Aaron's to blame. Rasay's to blame. Tell me why. Tell me what you know that's 100% factual. This is the problem, Jade, and this is what bothers me. Give me my music, Jade. Give me my music. I need my music.
We gotta go to break.
I know. No, do it. All right, let's take a quick break. All right, yeah, let's take a quick break.
My bad.
All right, we up against it. We got Drape's takes coming up in just a minute. Plus, we're going to talk about DeMar DeRozan, his comments as well about his future here in Sacramento. And if you're blaming Monty and Wes, tell me why. If you're blaming Vivek, tell me why. If you're blaming De'Aaron, tell me why. 916-339-1140. You're listening to The Drive, guys, here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Saturday night, Kings and Thunder. Team night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer and Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust, along with my entire team. I have been helping accident survivors recover compensation for their injuries for 25 years, and we can help you. There is no charge for calling. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
This year, resolve to save on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on over 30 new half-ton Silverado LT and RST. After rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big. Huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leases, and other offers based on 2011 or newer Chevrolet. Members, it's here. Milo's Rewards Week deals for members only are up for grabs. You name it, we've got it for less. Get up to 40% off store-wide on hundreds of items, including select bath, tools, paint, and more. So what are you waiting for? Join for free today and get instant access to Milo's Rewards Week deals. Lowe's knows home improvement. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Listen for the Toyota Tahoe Report every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with Johnny Mosley to get the latest weather conditions in Tahoe throughout this snow season. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
My mother faced the same challenges that I had growing up. She was smoking, so I started smoking too. My mom got sick. Seeing her on a breathing machine, I had to open my eyes. Do I want to be another product of my environment or help change the world?
Keenan ended the cycle of nicotine addiction in his family. You can too. For free support, text Kick Nicotine to 66819 today.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. You know, I'm a huge fan of their SUVs and sedans, but they also have a huge Vans fleet center. Listen up, business owners. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of tax deductions. They have the perfect van to power your fleet, including the new fully electric e-Sprinter alongside their very reliable diesel options. And even if you aren't a business owner, let's say you just want one for personal reasons. Maybe you want to go out on the town with the fellas or with the ladies, or maybe you want to take the kids on a road trip. Well, their vans are fully customizable. So check out Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now. You can choose from their dependable diesel models or even go all electric with the new e-Sprinter. So head on down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now and check out their fleet center. Or, of course, you can go online at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com.
Extra. This shit is hard.
Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Drapes and Jay here on Sacktown Sports 1140. Coming up at 4:15, Anthony Slater of The Athletic. You don't want to miss that. He'll have the latest on all the De'Aaron Fox news. Is Vivek really heading to OKC? Seeing some of you guys out there on the text line. I want to read a couple of these. From the 916, this is all on Clutch. They're going to say because Clutch leaked this to the press to tank the Kings so they can force a trade so they can do what's best for them, not what's best for De'Aaron Fox. Somebody from the 916 also says Vivek is to blame because he was unwilling to go into the luxury tax to take this team from a good team to a great team. He says Scotty, but I think it's Monty is to blame because he was scared to make a trade. He didn't want to come out on the other end looking like a fool. Here's the thing about all that, Jay. And you know what? Roll the music for me, big.
Calm down, Lion. Calm down. Take it easy, man. Just take it easy.
All this talk about Monty's afraid to make a trade. Monty's afraid to make the big move. To me, it's just laughable. Monty made the biggest move since the C-Web trade in Sacramento Kings history by trading Tyrese and bringing in Domantas Sabonis. With that being said, I hear you, Kings fans. Trade deadlines the last 3 years have come and gone, and we haven't done much of anything. I get that. But there's still a week to go. And so I don't think this De'Aaron Fox, story is here because Monty hasn't upgraded the roster, when in fact he actually has when you look at it. Compare this roster to where it was 4 or 5 years ago. Compare this roster from where it was 3 to 4 years ago. You bring in Domantas Sabonis, all NBA performer. You bring in Malik Monk, 6th man of the year caliber player, now a great starter. You signed DeMar DeRozan. This is why I don't think this is all on Monty's inability to get something done at the trade deadline, because here's why. The trade deadline is still a week away, people. The timing doesn't make sense to me. If it was all about the trade deadline, how come De'Aaron Fox didn't wait till actually the trade deadline passed and voiced these concerns? We heard this before Mike Brown was even fired. So this isn't even about the organization firing Mike Brown, because we heard about it before that move was even made. We heard about De'Aaron Fox wanting to keep his options open, wants to make sure he's playing for an organization committed to winning, going to challenge for a championship and all that. We heard all of that before Mike Brown was fired. And so that's why I don't think what's happened over the last month or so has changed anything, has impacted anything. I think De'Aaron Fox, this is just me talking, wants to play for a winning organization, wants to compete for championships. I also think he wants to get paid, ladies and gentlemen. I think he wants the max, whatever it can be. And this is De'Aaron Fox's way, I'm going back a month now, of putting pressure on the organization like, hey, man, don't take me for granted. Show some respect to me. And so this isn't about Mike Brown. This isn't about John Collins. This isn't about Cam Johnson. This is about a player who's looking for the max, about to enter free agency in a year and a half, has an agent known for flexing his muscle and putting his thumb on organizations. That's all this is. This isn't nothing personal. This isn't De'Aaron looking, oh, Monty, you're doing me a disservice. This isn't about that. And what bothers me, and here's my take, is you got a lot of people out there slandering Fox, slandering Monty, slandering Vivek, slandering Rich Paul without actually knowing the facts. And to something Jay said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, you got so many people out there tweeting and so-called insiders. Do we really know the deal? Do we really know the inside tea? If we don't know the tea, then how can we point the finger? If we don't know what's really going on, how can we make up our mind and say this person sucks, this person's awful, this person's bad, if you don't really know what's going on behind the scenes? And that's what frustrates me about this whole process. And you know who I'm going to keep it real, Jay. And maybe you want to cut my mic. Go ahead if you want to, but I'm going to say it, big fella. I'm going to say it. Everybody's culpable for this. The organization, because we haven't heard from Monty and Vivek and Wes and all them. We haven't heard from Rich Paul, really. The insiders, everybody who's trying to rush to a story and put out stuff that they're hearing without really knowing. This is a story that has blown up and taken on a life of its own, where ultimately, Jay, I think it's as simple as this is the business of basketball.
I'm with you.
This isn't about I hate it here, this organization failed me, or anything like that. This is the business of the NBA that's happening, and people are running rampant with speculation and calling people names, saying people should be fired. Here's the thing about the trade deadline, and we're going to talk about the John Collins situation coming up in just a little bit. If we get to next Thursday and Monty hasn't done anything, I can see you're upset. I can see it. But we ain't even at the finish line. It's like being upset at halftime. The game ain't even over. We only down 2. It's like, let's let the game play out before I throw the papers up in the air, ball up the box score and everything. The game ain't over yet. And so what's happening right now is the fan base is getting itself worked up into a frenzy over speculation. Now, part of the reason, Jay, and I said it before, the organization has not come out and poured water on any of it. Yeah. They're letting it fester out there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
And they got to take some heat for that. They got to take some criticism for that. But to think that De'Aaron is being forced out or wants out because we didn't trade for John Collins? Come on, man. We heard that 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago.
Man, last year.
Like, this has nothing to do with what's happened over the last week. This is the business of the NBA, and people need to chill out. People need to relax just a little bit. I get it. It's spicy. It's the talk of the town. De'Aaron's our guy. We don't want him to leave. But there's a lot of finger pointing, name calling without knowing all the facts. And so if you don't know all the facts, why don't you just let the story develop? And I understand we're emotional here. We're emotional. That's our guy. We don't want to lose Fox.
Sure.
We want a winner. I get that.
Well, some people are like, hey, as you said, they ready to go.
Buy them. It's like, damn, we at that point? You know, it's like, but we don't know the facts, Jay.
Yeah.
Like that the facts aren't really out there. This is business. This is basketball. And I think we're so close to it, people are taking it personal. People are taking it personal. That's my take, Jay, man. Play the sponsor.
By Alsco Uniforms. Discover why it pays to keep clean with Alsco Uniforms.
It sounds better when you say it's brought to you by.
I know. I should have did that. What do you think of all that?
Up,
I know. Because I'm upset, man, because I'm seeing reports out there. I'm seeing tweets. I'm seeing the text line. I'm seeing people yelling and screaming when they don't really know the deal. And I'm not saying I do 100%.
Nobody do.
So
I said it.
Right.
Yeah,
we really don't know. What if De'Aaron wants to just get paid? What if De'Aaron, is just saying, putting pressure on the organization, hey, don't take me for granted, which stars do all the time.
For sure.
Giannis has done that. And you see what happened. Kobe has done that. They went out and got Pau Gasol for Kobe. Giannis, they went out and got Dame Lillard. Let the organization do what they are doing. Now, if we're sitting here next week and I'm seeing the Lakers go out and get this guy, the Warriors get this guy, Dallas gets this guy, okay, then I'm like, damn, that's 3 or 4 trade deadlines in a row, Monty.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you got to pull the trigger. You got to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're at that point yet. We still got a week to go. So that's why I don't think this De'Aaron Fox stuff is about John Collins or Cam Johnson or the last week, or the team was playing good. Why come out now when the team is playing good?
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
It don't make sense.
I think the move was, if you wanted to look back at this whole last month or so, the move was letting go of Coach Mike Brown. You know, that was the first move, right? And that was okay, we need to do something to get this team moving to a more positive direction. And if that was, and I don't know this, if that was the straw that broke the camel's back for De'Aaron, you know, because we hear reports that was his guy. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Right.
And this is the thing. As close as we are to the team, you work for the damn team. No one's gonna know except for De'Aaron,
right?
His confidants,
right,
and vice versa. You know, team and the confidants, and so, and even then, it doesn't even really matter about the confidants. It really matters about De'Aaron.
Yeah.
You know, now he's got to make the decision.
Now he
utilizes the confidants for him to assist to make the decision. But I think we're at a point, and I'll be the second one. If you're going to be the first one, I'm going to be the second one. If Monty, West, the front office, and not even to finger people out by finger, but if the front office of the Sacramento Kings allow this trade deadline to go by, and you don't knowing what you know now,
right?
You know some things have to be made. Some changes need to be made. Some trades need to be seeked for this team to get where they need to go, which is playoff run.
Right.
Right now, the West is crazy. You need a move to be made. If you blatantly don't make a move or blatantly don't try to get better or don't come out, Drapes, cut your mic off. If you don't come out and say, we tried, we absolutely tried. This is what we did without naming names. We tried. No one wants to play ball with this. If all of those things happen, come what, February the 9th, 3 p.m., I'll be the first one screaming. I'm going to cut everybody mic off.
Right.
And say, hey, man, what in the heck is going on?
What are we doing?
Absolutely.
Here? All right, we're going to get to the phone lines coming up in just a little bit. That was Drape's Take. Shout out to Jay behind the boards here. You're listening to The Drive, guys. Hit us up, 916-339-1140.
Ad paid for by RFA Cancellation. Attention timeshare owners. If you need to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, please listen to the following message. Getting out of a timeshare commitment is not easy, and it takes time. But we specialize in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares forever. Can't get the vacation dates that work for you? Maybe you felt taken advantage of or forced into the timeshare? Maybe you just can't continue to shoulder those monthly payments any longer. If you need to eliminate your timeshare commitment, then you need to take down this number, 800-823-1687. We will safely and legally get rid of your timeshare payments forever, all with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't continue to let your timeshare be a financial burden to you and your loved ones. Call us now at 800-823-1687. The call is free. The consultation is free. Call 800-823-1687. That's 800-823-1687. Again, 800-823-1687.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, what's going on for the Start Something New sales event?
Right now, you can lease a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x8 plug-in for as low as $319 a month for 42 months with $39.95 due at signing. Plus, with 56 MPGE, you'll save thousands at the pump.
And in one of America's favorite SUVs.
Exactly. And that's not it. Not only do we have great deals on new Jeeps, but the Hoblet family dealers is growing with a huge selection of used cars at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with over 200 used vehicles available and 40 under $20,000.
Get the new Jeep your family needs. It's waiting at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
Lease of $319 for 42 months before tax and license. Must be California resident for rebates, including $7,500 SFS hybrid electric federal tax credit and $2,500 West SFS lease cash. Must finance through Stellantis. $39.95 due at signing. 10,000 miles per year. 30 cents per mile over. Tax and license extra. 5 of this net savings. Sample MSRP 62,225. VIN 681180. See dealer for details.
Get ready to make good on those promises you made to yourself about getting in shape in the new year. InShape Fitness is standing by with everything you need to help you create a happy new you. We are in shape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
The Drive Guys, live and local. Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay holding it down here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. Going to get to the phone lines here in a second. 916-339-1140. I asked you guys out there, if you're blaming Fox, tell me why. If you're blaming Monty, tell me why. If you're blaming Vivek, tell me why. I maintain it's the business of the NBA right now. I don't think this has to do with John Collins or Cam Johnson or even Mike Brown, because we heard the rumblings before all of this. There's more to this story than just that. And nobody really knows how De'Aaron feels on the inside. Chris Biederman was able to talk to him out there in Philly, but he really didn't share or let us know how his true feelings about whether he wants to stay or go or anything like that. You know, he's preparing. He's expecting the unexpected, if you will. Coming up at the top of the hour, we're going to get into the DeMar DeRozan situation also. How is this impacting DeMar? And might DeMar's future here in Sacramento be in doubt? Like this next week here in Sacramento can have monumental impact on the organization and the franchise moving forward.
Is that scary to you real quick, Drake?
Yeah, a little bit, dude. Because you got to get this right, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, Jay. If it's De'Aaron staying, great. Make sure it's the right move. If he's going, great. Make sure it's the right move. Whatever it is, we can't go back to the Stone Ages. We can't go back to the Dark Ages. So I think this next week is incredibly crucial for this organization. We'll get to that at the top of the hour, Jay. I want to get to the phone lines right now. Let's go right down the list. Let's check it with our guy, TC. TC, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, Jay Drapes, what's up?
What's up with you, man? What's going on?
Man, just vibing, you know, listen to all this. So listen, I'm not I'm mad at Monty, and what's a move, bro, because we've been talking about trades, right? Fox, I'm not really mad at Fox too much, but at the same time, where I stand at with this situation is, if brother want to be here, let him go. So he's not holding the rest of the team hostage, so we can move on. Because I'm gonna stand on my word. I've been saying it. If Fox left today, I guarantee you, Monk can hold the fort down. Keon can hold it down. Monk is a leader, big dog. Period. They're two different. They lead in two different ways. And the way that Kings fans always want to talk about, we want a leader. That's Malik Monk. That's how we want Fox to be. If dude wants to go to San Antonio, bro, let him go. Get the draft capital. Go Atlanta first round picks in his first round draft, and we won't lose a beat. I promise you, bro. If 5 left today, I know it hurts, and I know from far away it looks crazy. But if dude left today, bro, the guys that's in this building right now will hold the fort down. That's all I got, bro. Simple.
All right, check it. TC. Thanks, TC. Appreciate it.
TC coming in. He just a quick jab.
Yeah, quick jab. It wasn't the full, whirling dervish of TC. It's a quick jab, a little sharp with it, and then he got out. Jay, I'm going to keep it moving, man. Let's go to Steven on line 2. Steven, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Man, what's good, boys? I'm gonna cook, and I'm gonna try to keep this as easy as possible.
You want to put some music behind you too?
I know you want some music.
Whatever you want, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me cook for a minute, because my boy. Okay, look, this ain't about competition between two radio stations, man. This is about the love between Sacramento, for our Sacramento Kings, man. Ours, the collective hour. Okay. The boys over at 1320, man, specifically D-Lo, man, that man's pretty well connected, man. That's the homie right there. And I know y'all get along real well, man. Come on now. So he was out here reporting that that Wes had gone into the locker room, that it was Wes, because he don't care, man. At this point, he's spilling all the tea. That Wes was the one that had went into the locker room to tell the boys, hey, we got something lined up. Now, the thing is that that's not the first time. I know you guys touched on it earlier, but that's not the first time that this man or this person has gone to the locker room to tell the boys, hey, we got something lined up. Don't tell the boys, don't tell them we got something lined up. come and tell him when you got something done. You know what I mean? Because all that does is that just keeps. That's like the boy who cried wolf. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to believe the man after a while. Now, there's another report that my man is spilling the tea on, that Wes is just a snake, and that he is the one that's been leaking a lot of the information out to different agents. And
hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. Stephen, real quick, because I'm not mad at you.
Yep, go ahead.
I want to add some context.
You're good.
Like, even if it was, so what?
Right.
This is what organizations do. Who do you think leaks come from? The organization. Somebody in the organization leaks things. Leaks come from the agent. Somebody, like, so it's not unusual. Let's say it was. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Right.
But that's not unusual, is what I'm saying.
Another thing that's kind of unusual that I did pick up amongst these reportings was the fact that Monty is more so geared towards the drafting and that kind of thing, and that Wes has been more along the lines of sitting pretty in that quote unquote main GM chair. It's been reported that
Steven, you got sources too?
Man, it's been reported that he has been the one that's been sort of out there pulling the main strings, because, I mean, if you really think about it, the man was fired from Atlanta, okay? He was let go from Atlanta. He's been wanting to get into another GM role himself. So I don't want to say that this is a stick measurement between two GMs, but at the same time, it's definitely what it's kind of looking like. That one GM is kind of undermining another to try to get it to where, to try to get his, to try to prove himself amongst the league that he can be a GM as well. You know what I'm saying? That might be a little bit too deep into the weeds, but at this point in time, man, there's got to be someone out there that's out here trying to undermine a lot of the things that we're trying to do as an organization, the collective we. And but from what the reports have been, it's been Wes. It's been Wes. It hasn't been Monty. I don't think he's been to blame as much as we would love to blame. I really, truly feel like Wes is definitely the snake in the grass that needs to go. Boys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for letting me cook. I really appreciate you guys giving me the floor, man. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you.
Jay, I was really restrained right there. I'm trying, because I knew as we get closer to the deadline, these kind of things will come up. And, I've been talking to friends and telling people, man, I don't know if I could bite my tongue. I don't know if, they're like, Drape, sometimes you just got to say, all right, I respect your opinion. That's your opinion. And let it keep it instead of like firing back and everything like this. I will say, I don't think what Steven is saying is completely accurate. And I don't know what reports you're hearing or anything like that. I do know that at times Wes and Monty have disagreed on certain moves. Like, that's just how it is in all front office. Not everybody's going to agree on every move. I don't think Wes is calling the shots with trades and Monty's just sitting there twiddling his thumbs waiting for the draft, because here's why. We ain't even got a damn first round pick coming up. Like, our first round pick probably going to Atlanta. Yeah. What are we waiting on? And so I think that's doing a disservice to Monty. I do think Monty's the guy in charge. I do think he takes input from Wes, Paul, everybody else, Phil, whoever it may be. But ultimately, Monty is going to have the final say on the decision, from a front office standpoint. And it bothers me. And Wes is my guy. I'm gonna say that. Like, I like Wes. Like, he's gotten this bad rap here, and I'm trying to figure out why. Because I feel like there's a narrative that doesn't meet up with what I see on a day-to-day basis. When I'm on the plane, when I'm in the team hotel, at the team dinners, I don't see the same narrative that people are out there talking about when it comes to Wes. And so when somebody takes personal shots like that, I got to be like, hold up, I don't see the same thing you're seeing out there.
Well, I think part of it is, and this the thing is, and let me say this first of all. When it comes to other people's reports, I don't speak on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. And that's what I said earlier in the show. There's always three sides to the story. So I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm not going to speak on it. Right. And so with that being said, I think that's what you're saying, Drapes, is you can only give your perspective on what you know and what you've seen. Now, we do have people in sports worlds who speak on stuff that they don't know. Right. And that's kind of like the norm right now in sports. And so when you have a story like De'Aaron, when you have a story like Jimmy Butler, when you have a story like Zion now talking about playing back to back, like that's going to be something today. Right. When you have those type of stories, people in the sports world go to social network or go to someone that, or really it's really social network at this point. Go to social network and drop what they know about the situation. And the way we live in society is, hey, whatever is put on social network at this point, we're paying attention to. Now, if you believe it or not, that's personal preference, but it is something that is privy that we all, information like that is privy to us when it's posted on social network and we read into those things. So I think what you're saying, Drapes, a long way of saying is this. I don't know. I'm not speaking on nothing I don't know.
Right.
That's me.
Right.
And if anybody got a problem with that, then they do. That's, I understand I might work in sports media and operate a little different. Same goes if people who aren't privy to those things or trust the information and they want to run with it, shouts out to you for that too.
Right.
I don't disrespect nobody. But I think that's what you're saying is from what you've seen, from your perspective, everything you've been around in the front office, on the team, whatever you want to call it, you're giving your first person, experience.
Right. And I'm not listening to other reports and, if somebody says something over there, okay, that's your take.
Absolutely.
But what I see is this.
That's right.
What I see is this. Yeah. Jay, let's take a quick break. We're going to get to Dwayne after the timeout. Plus, DeMar DeRozan speaks. What's his future in Sacramento look like? We'll dive into that next here on The Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey, I got you something. What's this? Just a little Galentine's gift from JTV.
Do you mean jewelry television? I love their jewelry. They have the
New customers get $25 off their first purchase of $75 or more. Visit jtv.com/romance.
Yeah, their artisan collections. Gorgeous.
Are you going to open your gift?
Oh, yeah. It's the pearl bracelet.
New customers receive $25 off their first purchase of $75 or more. Visit jtv.com/romance.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
It's time to turn up the volume on live entertainment. Check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar for the hottest events and shows coming your way. On February 18th, catch the incredible Miles Kennedy at Ace of Spades. His powerful vocals and raw talent will leave you speechless. Then gear up for an adrenaline-packed night with a Thunder Showdown boxing event at Thunder Valley on March 8th. Who will come out on top in the ring? Be there to find out. On March 9th, don't miss the legendary John Oates live at the Crest Theater, bringing you iconic hits and timeless melodies. If you're a country fan, mark your calendar for March 16th, when Alexandra Kay brings her heartfelt songs to Ace of Spades for an unforgettable evening. And on March 29th, get ready to rock the night away as Papa Roach and Rise Against take over the Golden One Center with an electrifying performance. Don't miss these amazing events. For more information and your chance to win tickets, head to SacktownSports.com. Sacktown Sports, your front row seat to the Sacramento area's best live entertainment.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Drapes and Jay on a Thursday afternoon here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140, 3 o'clock hour. Shout out to Kevin Whitey Gleason. He'll be back with us tomorrow. Coming up in about 27 minutes, the NBA All-Star reserves will be announced. I fully expect our guy Domantas Sabonis to be named an All-Star in about 10 minutes. I'll give you the D-list, my Western Conference All-Stars. But we're talking about the current state of the Sacramento Kings and where things stand right now between Dearon Fox and the organization. And one thing that we're seeing here over the last 24 hours, it's having an impact. We saw it last night in Philly, dropping that game 117-104. But also, like I said last segment, this decision, whether Fox is traded or not, does he stay, will have a ripple effect on the organization and the players currently here. Case in point, DeMar DeRozan. He's in his first year here in Sacramento. De'Aaron Fox, one of the reasons that he came here to Sacramento. And when you look at this core, I get it, DeMar. On paper, this squad should be better than what it is. This is a team that should challenge in the Western Conference, at least be a top 5 or top 6 contender. Instead, they've underachieved. Still a lot of games left to be played. The trade deadline's coming up next week. Changes can be made. But DeMar DeRozan went on FanDuel TV and was talking to Lou Williams and talked about the potential of De'Aaron Fox not being in Sacramento and how it would impact him and how all this drama right now is impacting DeMar DeRozan. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, it's tough because, looking at the landscape before I came here, those the guys I talked to was Fox, Domas, and Malik. Those are the core guys that, made it easy for me to make my decision to play here, and a key player, juggernaut and Fox, not knowing the future of that, it does make it tougher. I don't have much time left. I'm not trying to play another 5 years, to try to maximize the opportunity we have now to play with a great team. You never know when dominoes fall the wrong way, when it comes to organization, it makes it tough, so it's something that, we just got to weigh out and see. And, for the meantime, make the most of it, out of it, so we'll see how it pan out.
All right. That's DeMar DeRozan. And maybe I'm the only one, but what I heard is part of the reason I came here was to play with De'Aaron in this core. If De'Aaron leaves, I got to look at my situation. He's not trying to stick it out for 5 years. Like DeMar DeRozan is on the back end of his career. Does he want to be a part of a rebuild if we trade De'Aaron Fox? Probably not. And so that's why I say there's a ripple effect here that could impact this franchise for years to come. It's not just about De'Aaron Fox. It's about DeMar DeRozan. It's about the future of Domantas Sabonis. Let's say you trade Fox and the haul you get is mostly picks. Do you keep Domantas Sabonis here to be on the team that's you're looking to, get high draft picks with? Tank, if you will. It could have ripple effects. That's why what the Kings do this week has to be right. That's why if this report that Vivek is going to OKC, where the team is set to play the Thunder on Saturday, if that's true that he's going there to talk to De'Aaron Fox, convince him to stay, that's massive. Because if you convince De'Aaron to stay, you got the core, you let Monte and West make the moves they need to make, whether it's John Collins or Cam or somebody else, now we're relevant. But if we trade De'Aaron Fox, I don't care if it's for Vassell and Castle. That's a step back in the short term, Jay.
Agreed.
And I don't know, a guy 36-year-old, 35-year-old like DeMar DeRozan is trying to end his career like that.
You know what what you said, I definitely agree with. I think it's a ripple effect. You know, the other thing too, and this is something a little lighter, you tell me, because I laughed when I heard it, a couple times earlier and I listened, but then when I just heard it right there, DeMar coming here thought this was a high level championship caliber type team that could build into a championship type team. And I was like, that's crazy to think that. And now look at where we're at, as of today. But the way he said it was, I'm not really messing around the next 2 or 3 years because that's as long as I'm going to continue to play. So he saw this as an opportunity for this team to build and move forward as a championship caliber team, which is crazy. I hadn't thought about it like that. Because here, inside looking out, we were like, hey, we just want to make the playoffs.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, you guys got an opportunity. But I think you're spot on, Drapes. This is a ripple effect. And, I hadn't even thought about this. If you do, and this is pure speculation, if you do move a player like De'Aaron Fox, and it is for a younger pick-driven type move, do you move DeMar too?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Do you do a Utah Jazz, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah.
Do you do that? You know what I mean? Like that. That's the question.
Ripple effect is real.
Right, exactly. 916-339-1140 coming up in about 5 minutes. We're going to get into the D list. 20 minutes from now, the NBA All-Star reserves will be announced. Our boy Domantas Sabonis should be an All-Star.
Drapes, can I say this?
Yeah, go
real
ahead.
Fast. If come 340, Domantas Sabonis isn't named an All-Star, and I get it. 2 wild card spots and all. I get all of that.
Yeah.
Man, you talking about a Drapes take. It's gonna be
on fire.
James jaw jack, because I'm about to go off.
It's gonna be some furniture moving up in here.
Man,
right?
I'm telling you, Domantas Sabonis, and I did a hit on Fox Sports National Radio a couple days ago, and Rob Parker, Kevin Washington, K-Dub, shouts out to them for having me on. But one of the things that I said, because they, you know what it is, even though it's a national network, they still down in LA. What's up? Why De'Aaron don't want to come to a place like the Lakers? They always thinking about themselves, right?
Yeah.
So I said, man, check this out. Before I say anything, Domantas Sabonis is an all-star.
Right.
He is an all-star.
Yes.
And people in LA need to hear that. People in New York need to hear that.
Yep.
People in Toronto, keep it international. And people over in France, because we just played a couple of games, meaning the NBA did. Domantas Sabonis is an all-star. If come 340, Domantas isn't on this team, Drapes, I'm going to have a problem, brother.
I'm 100% with you.
I'm going to have a problem.
We're going to dive into that in a second. Hey, Dwayne's been hanging on, Jay. Let's get to Dwayne on line 3. Dwayne, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
All right, so here's what it is, man. Whoever this falls on, this trade should have been made 3 weeks ago. So now, today, this blanket lack of respect and this condescending vibe that the league has for Sacramento and the Kings is a real feeling. So now the front office, whether they do the right thing and keep Fox and make the right trade, or they trade Fox, they're going to get sleep. So you know what I say? I say keep Fox, get Fleece, win now. And I'm hoping everybody agrees, man. We still got a shot at it, man. Let me know. Monty's on the clock.
All right, Dwayne, appreciate it. I'm with you. Keep Fox, man. Like, I still think this team could do some things, man. We just got to get through all this drama. 916-339-1140. You're listening to The Drive, guys. Coming up next, the D-list. I'm going to tell you my Western Conference All-Star reserves. How many Sacramento Kings should be on the list? We're doing that next here on The Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money because you're in charge. And right now, you're going to pay for groceries. But you decide what groceries. Just keep in mind you're running out of dishwashing soap. But you decide if you're going to buy that soap. It's just those dishes won't clean themselves, will they? Remember, with Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com. Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data, available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Very busy day here. I'm looking at ESPN2. Developing story, Heat guard Terry Rozier under investigation in an illegal betting probe. This will be the second one in 2 years for the NBA.
Yeah,
Remember Jonte Porter?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll touch on that coming up in just a little bit. Also, in about 15 to 20 minutes, NBA All-Star reserves will be announced. I got my list coming up in a second. I want to know if you guys agree or disagree with me on my list. But first, let's get to David, Jay. Let's get to David on line one. David, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, David?
How you doing, Drapes?
Good, man.
Good, good. Hey, listen, I don't understand what the fear is all about. Because Dearon Fox, we haven't won with him. So I'm not condoning trading him. All I'm saying is we haven't won with him. We're not going to win, even if healthy right now, at least a championship. We might make the playoffs. I think that it's not a scary thing to trade him as long as you don't give back 3 guards and a couple picks. I mean, if you're going to make this trade, you need to nail it. But being fearful of it when we haven't won anything, we haven't even won one playoff series. Now, is that Fox's fault? No. But I think just as a general situation, it's everybody's and nobody's fault at the same time kind of thing. Like, front office hasn't done their job. Fox isn't exactly a max player. So, I mean, a super max player. So it's kind of like, I don't blame them for not wanting to pay him, and I don't blame him for wanting to leave. So it's a push, and I give the push to let's see what we get back in a trade. I'm not scared at all. And I don't think it's a reset or a rebuild if we do. That's the fear part. Like, oh, we're going to fall apart. That ain't going to happen. I think we'll be fine.
Tell me why. Why do you think that, David?
My bad.
You cutting? Damn, Jay. Why you quick with that, bro? I'm letting him cook.
I know, man. You right. You right.
Jay rude to the caucus,
I cut a seasoning off. My bad, David. If you want to call back, please do.
Jay. He was actually making some sense too. You know what I mean? He was actually a good caller.
I agree with you because let me say this: I ain't afraid to let nobody go. Let him go.
Nah, don't, Jay. Don't give me that.
No.
Jay, you posturing right now.
No, I'm not.
If you trade De'Aaron Fox, let me ask you this.
Okay.
If you trade De'Aaron Fox, are you taking a step back in the short term, the present day?
Depends on who you get. I can't answer that question without knowing what I got back, right? But I do understand what he's saying is look, I've said this. You've kicked back on me before. There is something to the fact of, we talked about superstars. We 8 years in. Ain't nothing collectively didn't happen to the point of, we ain't hit a Western Conference Finals. We ain't hit a finals. Like there has been some things the superstar could have done or a star could have taken the Kings. And as David said, I second that. He ain't pointing fingers, but I'm also saying for everything that people are scared for, you lose Fox, something might not come back in return. And let me say this before I even go there. I think there is a little bit of hesitancy of Sacramento Kings fans of trading De'Aaron because, again, the perception is this front office has not been able to build a winner, has not made certain moves. And I know you've argued that over the last couple of years. They have made moves. But I think it's kind of one of those things as a Kings fan, it's in your head. It's like, man, they're going to botch this. They're going to botch this. This ain't going to pan out for us. And I think that's where some of the hesitancy is. I second David. I'm not afraid to move on.
But here's the thing, Jay. And I'm with
if
you.
He wants to move on. If he wants to move on.
Two things, though. I think it depends on how you view De'Aaron Fox also.
Agreed. Well, you know where I stand. So.
And it sounds like David stands but if you think he's a borderline superstar, potential superstar, then you can't be okay. Sacramento can't just let a potential superstar walk out the door. But if you think he's already hit his max, this is who he is, he's a Robin to somebody else's Batman, like David said, yeah, he hasn't won a playoff series, then it's like, okay. But my thing is, when you're a team in a city like Sacramento and you've been talent deprived for a long time, why are we okay with letting go our best talent in the prime of his career, and we're A-okay with that? That's my thing.
Because I think fans be due to reports, and we started the show of saying we don't know the reality. At least I'm going to say for myself, and I think you said it, we don't know the truth and real reality of every single piece of this situation. Mm-hmm. But if De'Aaron is, and that's why I say when De'Aaron comes out, and he may never, and that's okay because that's his prerogative. He may never come out, but if he does say, hey, listen, I want out of here, a la Jimmy Butler, I'm standing on it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to be here no more. Then I think you, as a fan, you have to say, like, it's right. Why do I want to keep somebody around that don't want to be kept? Here? Right. And I think that's where fans are starting to make their druthers of, they're seeing reports out there that maybe De'Aaron don't want to be here, or they're perceiving the way that, perceiving some of these reports that De'Aaron doesn't want to be here. And that's why we started the show. We don't really know what's going on.
Right. Exactly. And if this report is true, we do know if Vivek is going to OKC to meet with De'Aaron, that tells us in his mind, he still thinks there's a chance. Like you talked about earlier. If De'Aaron Fox is going to meet with him, maybe there's a slim chance. I think even though the trade deadline is a week away, if Vivek goes out to OKC by Monday, we'll get a vibe of where this thing stands. We'll get a better understanding of where this thing stands. 916-339-1140. I do want to shift gears just quickly, because in about 10 minutes, the NBA All-Star reserves will be announced. I fully expect our guy Domantas Sabonis to be named an All-Star. Jay, I got my list of Western Conference All-Stars. It's the D list. It's coming to you right now here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. All right, here's how the criteria works out. You already got 5 All-Star starters in the Western Conference: Shea, Steph, Jokic, Durant, and LeBron. Those 5 are already there. Then it's 2 guards, 2 forwards, and 1 center. And then 2 wild cards. So here's who I think will be named Western Conference All-Stars. And you guys may disagree with me. You may think I'm biased or something like that, or I'm forgetting somebody. I want to hear from you, 916-339-1140. At 1 guard position, I got Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, a young face of the league. Sure, his team isn't having the greatest of seasons, but they've won 4 in a row. They're 7th in the West. Ant-Man is one of the faces of the NBA. He has to be an all-star. At the other guard position, I'm going Devin Booker. Devin Booker is having a phenomenal season. Sure, the Phoenix Suns aren't winning like they should be, 24-22, but they've won 7 out of their last 10 games. Devin Booker's averaging better than 25 points per game. You can't leave a 25-point-per-game guy, a Devin Booker, Team USA member, face of the NBA, out of there. So those are my 2 guards. Then I'm going 2 forwards here. JJJ, Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he has to be an all-star. Memphis, 31-16 this season, 7 out of their last 10. He's been their best player this season. Jaren Jackson Jr. gets the nod, in my opinion. The other forward, y'all may hate me for this, but Anthony Davis got to be there. Anthony Davis is having a hell of a season, Jay. Lakers are actually playing decent.
Yeah,
Their 5th
beat
squad.
Boston.
Yeah, beat Boston, 26-19 on the season, 5th in the Western Conference. To me, Anthony Davis, if you look at it, he's playing better than anybody on that team. 25.7 points, 11.9 rebounds, 2.1 blocks. Anthony Davis gets in for the Lakers. Now let's go to the center. And this is where y'all may have some problems.
No, man.
That's where y'all. But I'm
get my mic cut off.
You know what? Everybody say, "Oh, Drapes, you're just a team employee. You just stick it up for the team." I'm keeping it real. Alperen Şengün is going to be an all-star. Houston has to get 1 all-star, Jay. He has to, people. The team is 32-14. They're the 3rd best team in the association.
Lost to who? Twice.
Oh, they did lose to us twice, didn't they? You're right.
Just saying, man.
You're right. They did. But I think Houston has to get at least 1. And I think it's Şengün over Jalen Green or anybody else. So those are my 5 positions. Then you got 2 wild card spots.
Got 2 wild cards.
J-Dub.
Ooh.
Jalen Williams of OKC.
Man, he's a lot smoother. I was watching him versus the OKC versus the Dubs last night. And J-Dub is his game has come a long way in a short time. Like his mid-range game is nice and smooth.
Yeah.
The jumper looks a lot smoother. He's extended his range. Yep. And one of the things that I thought I didn't know if he could do is he's actually making a huge impact as far as creating shots for others.
Yep.
I mean, SGA controls everything, but he's making, some other guys around him a little better.
I'm with you on that. Averaging better than 21 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.8 steals per game. J-Dub has to be an all-star. OKC, 2nd best team, maybe even 1st. I got to look at the updated standings. They got to have 2 people. They have to. And that brings it to my last wild card, and it has to be Domantas Sabonis. Domas got to be an all-star, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's more deserving this year than he was last year for sure.
Agreed.
Like, this year, you could argue outside of Jokic, he's playing the best out of any center in the league.
Oh, yeah, that's hands down.
Right?
Yeah, hands down, for sure.
So, I'm looking at him put up numbers a la Wilt Chamberlain, if you will. what is it, 3 straight triple doubles, I think it is, for Domantas Sabonis right now. And when you look at his consistency, and I understand last night he did get a triple double, only 6 shots. We'll talk about that coming up in just a minute. But when I look at his stat line throughout the season, 20.9 points, 14.5 rebounds, Jay.
Balling, man, leading the league.
Leading the league in rebounds, 6.6 assists. And then when you do a deeper dive, if you will, to Domantas Sabonis, the dude is shooting 61% from the field, 48% from three-point range. He's doing it on both ends of the court. And I understand the Kings aren't where they need to be when it comes to standings, but it will be criminal if Domantas Sabonis doesn't make the All-Star team. Here's the thing. People are like, well, Drapes, what about Norman Powell? What about Kyrie Irving? They're having good seasons.
Sure.
Ain't having All-Star seasons. Not in my book.
Okay.
Jay, you pushing back.
No. I was going to say they might be having all-star seasons, but all-stars get left off every year.
All the time, right? You know? they could be injury replacements, right?
Come on.
They could be injury
someone put on the I don't know where they come from. 21916. Now let's see. From the 530, is an AD hurt? He is hurt, but it's not severely. But it sounds like he may be back next week, if post All-Star break. So he may not play.
Right. Some people are saying, what about Ja Morant? 28 games, 20.7.5 assists. Those are good numbers, but you ain't getting in.
Unfortunately, De'Aaron and Domantas played like all-stars last year.
Right.
And they got left off,
exactly.
Right? So there's going to be some guys, Norman Powell, James Harden, Ja Morant, people like that who might be left off, and that is what it is.
Yes, I agree. And so coming up, we got to take the break, Jay.
Yeah, we do.
We got to take the break because coming up in about 3 minutes or so, NBA All-Star reserves will be announced. We'll bring it to you right here. We'll react. We'll get your calls on that, 916-339. Will Domas be an All-Star? We'll find out next here on The Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Hey, movie fans, the Esquire IMAX Theater in downtown Sacramento is now serving adult beverages. This week, get ready for Companion, the IMAX experience.
There have been 2 moments in my life when I was happiest. The first was the day I met Josh, and the second, the day I killed him.
The best place to experience this psychological thriller is on the Esquire IMAX 6-story screen with heart-pounding audio that will keep you on the edge of your seat.
The days of you controlling me are over.
Get your tickets early at IMAX.com/Sacramento. And don't miss Companion, playing this week at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
Insurance companies perform a very valuable service, but they want to keep their money. Although most cases settle before trial, it is paramount that the insurance companies know that if pressed, your legal team has the experience to take your case all the way. For 25 years, Ashton and Price has earned the reputation that if the insurance company isn't fair, we're ready to force them to be fair. My mom used to warn me, wait till dad gets home. Think of us as dad. The best part, there's no fee until we win.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from a good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally, $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9998 now.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
How about you try something new this year? A resolution to enjoy what you drive. And the only way to guarantee that is at Sacramento Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. And it's not just because they're centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course or their huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. It's because their general manager, Chuck Dean, and his team, they really take the time to get to know you and your goals. To them, it's not just about a car sale. It's about building generational relationships with someone you can trust. That's why people come from all over, Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville, because Sacramento Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, it's where a handshake still means something.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
A little Taylor Swift as we get you ready for NBA All-Star Reserve announcements. It's about to happen live here. Watching TNT, their tip-off show. Seeing some text, 209. Nobody wants Frankenstein at All-Star Weekend. No swag. Sabonis is boring. Obviously, a Warriors or Lakers fan weighing in. It's all good. Based on the numbers and the impact, in my opinion, Domantas Sabonis has to be an all-star. And so as soon as it's revealed, we'll give it to you right here, 916-339-1140. It's crazy to think, too. When I pull up De'Aaron Fox's numbers for the season, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. You could make an argument he deserves to be an all-star based on his stats so far. But the team's success is obviously wearing him down. All right, TNT making the announcement. Jaylen Brown, they're starting with the Eastern Conference. Yeah, they're going to Eastern Conference. So JB, no brainer, no doubt. Celtics.
Man, somebody was hating on Domantas.
Yeah, somebody said
take
he
a phone
called
call.
him Frankenstein and no swag.
Yeah, that's man. Come on, you need to stop all
You
that.
about to call that number up? And
Yeah, I started to. No, I got a call and got some information, but
oh, you got some?
Yeah.
All right, after the
we'll
announcement.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, after the announcement, we'll dive into it.
They got to be, as you said, Warrior or Laker fans. Absolutely.
Right, and nobody's hating on Domantas.
Sabonis is boring. Man,
right.
Stop.
Anybody that watches him every day, you can see the impact. And I understand last night, Pascal, damn. See, now that hurts. Pascal Siakam is an all-star.
Nah, he's not. He's not.
Because
that probably keeps off a young gun like a Cade Cunningham
or something like that.
You know, that's the tough part. And I get it. It's like one of those things when this the other thing about all-stars is when you get that all-star title next to your name. Yeah, it's kind of one of them. You're always an all-star type situation. Third time. But I mean, they're having a decent season. They're definitely hot now.
Right, they're playing well.
They're playing very well.
Fifth in the East.
Yeah,
26-20. I mean, I'm not. It hurts me because
what's his stats?
Jake, go ahead. You got to computer.
I know, man. I got to check his stats, Drake. So I ain't gonna lie.
It hurts me because that was a guy we could have had. If he would have said yes,
he want to come here, champ.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How about this, Darius Garland?
That's kind of on the same wave path of what you're saying is when you're playing top-notch basketball, you first or second in your
you got to get two. You got to get a couple.
Yeah.
So they're starting backcourt. Garland and Donovan Mitchell both make the All-Star team.
Man,
that's oof. And I'm not going to hate on that. They're the best team in the league record-wise. They deserve two people. They deserve two.
Let me check his numbers.
You going to check his numbers too?
I gotta check his numbers.
Did you check Pascal's at all?
Yeah, he's at 20-7.
You okay with that? Or is that?
I mean, that's a good ball. But let's see who else makes it.
Okay.
I would like to see Cade Cunningham or somebody, one of these other
young cats.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
Okay,
Cade Cunningham.
I'm gonna be quiet then. I'll be
Cade
quiet.
Is balling.
Yeah, he is.
That dude's a killer.
Now let me say this.
Yeah.
Now that Cade is in there, if they keep my boy, from not making it. Melo,
dude, yeah,
we're gonna have a problem.
What's the record?
Man, you slow down over there now,
12
champ.
and 32.
You slow down over there, champ.
Dude.
Top NBA league pass team.
Come on, man. LaMelo, it'll be interesting. How many have they put up there so far? Four. They got three more to go. Got 3 more to go. I don't know about
Darius
LaMelo.
at 21-7.
Yeah, but
leading his team with 6.8 assists.
Okay.
Which Domas leads the Kings at 6.6. So, that's some love right there. Got to give him some love there.
They got 3, Jay.
Whoa.
Evan Mobley.
Whoa.
And rightfully so. I like Mobley.
Check his numbers.
Yeah, check his numbers.
He's at 18-7.
He's nice, though.
18 and 9. 18
Okay.
and 9. How many blocks a game is he? He got 1.4 blocks a game. That's pretty good.
That's solid. That's solid. All right, so they got 3 All-Stars.
Oh, man, it's a Cleveland show.
So that means somebody going to be left off, like a Trae Young. Somebody like that ain't going to make it. A big name might not make it. Somebody, no Bam this year because he ain't playing that well. No Dame Lillard, maybe.
Ty Maxey make it?
Oh, there it is. Dame Lillard. Damn. Dame Lillard. 9th All-Star selection. No Tyrese Halliburton this year, huh?
Probably not.
Yeah,
he started off slow.
Yeah, he's playing better as of late.
He had
but
30 last night, right?
You're right. Yep, you're right. So far as Dame, Cade, Pascal, Jaylen Brown, Darius Garland, and Evan Mobley, they got one more. Ernie's about to do it.
Cousin,
in
Ernie
the
Johnson.
East. Yeah, EJ right there. Jay Johnson's cousin, EJ.
Better say LaMelo. Oh,
Miami Heat, Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people are saying if any Fox trade is made, we want this dude back. You a Hero guy?
He's a baller.
He's a baller.
He's a baller.
Yeah,
I mean, what else is coming though? I mean, because now it's Khalil Ware's hot.
Yeah,
I'm in
I don't think
Thompson.
they
Like
gonna
those
get
type
rid
of
of
guys
him.
are
Yeah.
super high right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Khalil comes this way. If you build me a package with Khalil and Tyler and some picks,
yeah.
I'm interested. Throwing a Duncan Robinson, we'll give you a Kevin Herter or a Dougie McBuckets or something like that. Yeah, I'm interested.
All right, so the East All-Star reserves, you got Dame Lillard, you got Garland, you got Mobley, Hero, JB, Pascal Siakam, and Cade.
The disrespect is real.
For what? LaMelo?
Let me just say
you guys got 12 wins.
The disrespect is real.
You tied for the second worst record in the league.
Man,
Almost.
Come on, man. The fourth, no Trae Young. Look at that. Trae sitting here. That's cold.
Yeah,
blood.
that's messed up. That's messed up.
LaMelo is the 4th leading scorer in the league, fella.
Bruh, he on
in
it.
front of Kevin Durant.
That's empty calories.
Right behind Jokic.
Empty calories.
Oh.
That dude, come on, man. That's like eating Chinese food.
No,
An hour
man,
later, you're
come
going to be
on.
hungry again.
42% from the field.
Exactly. That's not Jay. See, Jay, you like a lot of sizzle and not a lot of steak. You
I
like
ain't beef no more.
Oh, you don't eat beef no more?
Nah,
no chicken
beef.
either?
Nah, come on. The yard bird, of course.
Oh,
is
all
always
right.
good.
Oh, just not beef.
Yeah,
just
no
not
beef.
like, all right. I'm still waiting on the West All-Star reserves, Jay.
The disrespect is real.
No, it's not, dude. Your team's 12 and 32.
28, 7 and 6 almost.
How many games did he play?
He only missed about a handful. Slow down. This ain't Anthony Davis now. This ain't Anthony Davis. Let me see how many games.
Exactly.
31.
31. Come on, man. They played like 48 games already.
Man, that's an all-star if I've ever seen one.
Exact. Monty McPhail. Mellow missed games. He says, Mellow missed games. Thank you.
Oh, man. Let me see how I'm going to compare and see how many all these. You want me to go game check every single all-star now, huh?
Right.
Okay.
All of them have played more than 31. That's for sure. I have no problem with these all-star reserves. Like, who you taking off?
Pascal.
Come on, man. That's disrespect.
No, it ain't.
That's disrespect. Pascal is a
Pascal
bucket.
got to go.
Pascal is a bucket.
Evan
TNT's
Mobley,
taking a break.
Evan Mobley.
How long is our next break, Jay? We got time or no? What do you want to do here?
Keep running.
Keep running. Keep it rolling.
running.
All right.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
TNT is going to take a break. Then they're going to have
They
the
might
West,
switcheroo on us.
yeah, West All-Star reserves coming up in just a minute. I listed my D list. The guys I say from the Western Conference should be All-Stars. I got Ant-Man, Booker, Anthony Davis, Triple J, Şengün, J-Dub, and Domantas Sabonis. Now, our boy Ramsey came in and said, I'd probably take off Booker and put in somebody from the Clippers. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just biased against the Clippers, something like that. And I understand Norman Powell is playing well. They're having a solid season, 27-20. Picked up a nice win last night against San Antonio. I get that. I understand that. Norman Powell, he's at 24 points per game now.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, Ramsey, you might be getting me right there. And then James Harden is at 21.7, 8.4 assists. I'm biased, though. I'll admit, I'm biased. I'm hating on them for some reason.
Listen, you see me ride for Melo. I don't care what anybody say. I'm going to ride.
You buy it.
Stand up on it.
Exactly. And all right, so and I like Devin Booker a lot. Like I feel like Devin Booker might be underrated a little bit now. Just because Kevin Durant's there, they're not playing as well.
How many games has Devin Booker played?
It don't matter, big fella.
Since we the games played police all of a sudden.
You pocket watching on that. It don't matter how many he played. Let me see how many he played real quick.
No Ty Maxey?
41 games. No Ty Maxey. What the?
No Ty Maxey? Yeah, I was looking around. I'm like, we're forgetting one or two people.
Who we taking off, though? Hero?
Evan Mobley.
Nah, man, they the best team in the league.
Pascal. Them the two I'm pinpointing. Hero deserves, because of everything that's going on in Miami, I'm going to give Tyler a pass. And it's his first time. So anytime it's someone's first time, I show him love because, they've put in the hard work, put in the time, opportunity. Pascal, you've been there twice.
Yeah.
Take a step back, big fella. Go ahead and head over to Europe, Greece.
Right. Take a vacation.
Let Melo get it in or Ty Maxey get it in. And I know both of those guys have been all-stars, but I'm just saying.
Damn. I think with Tyrese, man, it's just the record is so bad. And he's played 39 games. That's enough.
Yeah.
What's he averaging? 27 points.
Come on, man.
Come on.
27.
He got robbed. He got robbed.
Now you already
I'm with you on
that.
He got robbed.
27. Man. He's leading the team in points and assists and steals.
Yeah.
Almost 2 steals a game. Basically 1.9.
Yeah.
That's two a game.
No, he's nice. He definitely deserves it. And I understand the squad's not playing well, like standings wise, but they coming off a couple of nice wins. I'm talking about the Sixers. They beat our Sacramento Kings. Right now, Philly's 19 and 27th, 11th in the Eastern Conference. I get it though, Jay. Like, where comes a point where winning actually matters? Where's that point?
It matters.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it matters.
It's like, you're putting up numbers, but it's not leading to anything.
Agreed. Like you said, empty calories. I get it. Nobody want to keep drinking old duels with no alcohol in it. I understand that situation.
Yeah.
But again, I know Evan Mobley, the Cavs, they've been dominant this year.
Yeah.
And I believe it is his first All-Star appearance as well.
Yeah.
And so, shouts out to him. But for me, it's Pascal. Like, Pascal would be the guy that I'd remove for a Ty Maxey, a Melo.
Right. Okay.
That'd kind of be my guy. Trae Young. And I know Trae's been there, multiple times already too.
Right. And the thing about it, too, Pascal, to your point, he's having a good season.
He is.
But he's not like, when you think of all-star, you think of people that move a certain way and, the crossover stars and things. Like, Pascal is just a very good basketball player.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
He's
solid.
And he's not even 1A on the team. Is he the best player on their team?
No, it's tied for me.
It's tied. Yeah, I'm still with Ty. For me. All right, here we go. Western Conference. Shaq starting us off.
One of yours is first.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes, sir. As he deserves.
Yeah,
should have started actually.
Are you ahead of me a little bit, or how do you?
Well,
you got the audio.
I got TV on and audio.
Oh, you got the audio. All right, you can hear him. All right. Anthony Edwards. Okay, check that off my list. Drape's got that one right.
He should be starting.
I agree with you.
He should be starting.
I think Steph Curry should not be an All-Star this year.
I agree with you.
I think,
but he's at home, so you got to get in.
Yeah, I get that. Don't tell me, Jay. I'm watching here live, big fella. Kenny Smith just said, "Boo!" Anthony Davis, got to be on there, man. And they're playing. They're having a decent season. Anthony Davis deserves. Like, you could argue he's their best player. this year.
Yeah, well, he is.
Right.
Not arguing.
Yeah.
I mean, even LeBron has said it.
Yep.
Without saying it.
All right, so I'm at 2 for 2 so far, big fella. 2 for 2 so far. Let's see who this third person is.
Does that help? I mean, hurt or help Domas?
I don't think either one. I don't think either one. All right, here Charles just named. Come on now. Oh, that hurts Domas. Now that hurts Domas right there.
Yeah, it does.
That hurts him right there. James Harden, if you're not watching on YouTube or on TV or whatever it is, James Harden is an all-star.
He is an all-star, but it hurts Domas' chances.
Dude, I'm about to move some furniture. No, seriously, I'm upset. I'm upset. So now to me, it comes down to Şengün or Domas. Unless Harden takes the place of Devin Booker. All right, I'm going to cross Booker off yet. I'm going to cross Booker off. So Harden
you don't
replaces.
think Booker makes it now?
I hope not. Like, that's the thing.
Dang, that's tough.
That's tough right there. Damn. All right, don't tell me yet.
I ain't saying nothing.
I know you because you can hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, I said Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson Jr. I agree with that. I'm okay with that. That doesn't hurt or help or anything.
Second selection.
Yep. He's playing lights out, man. Both ends of the floor, defense, offense.
And he kept that team together when Ja, Ja has been off and on with his injury. Sometimes he didn't play here last game, obviously. And Jaren Jackson Jr. was balling.
Yep.
Hit a couple of threes, had a soft touch around the rim. It surprised me, man.
All right. So we got Triple J, Ant-Man, Davis, and Harden. All right. Let's see what Kenny the Jet Smith says, former Sacramento King. Shout out to him. Oh, Şengün. I told you, Jay.
Now that one definitely.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
you see how Kenny smiled?
Did he smile?
Yeah, he
Houston?
smiled. He said, from the Houston Rockets, he smiled. I was like,
oh, my gosh.
We in trouble.
Yeah. All right. So now you got 2 wild cards.
Yeah, we in trouble.
And you got to think one is coming from OKC, right?
Unless J-Dub doesn't get in.
That would be how does Cleveland get 3 and OKC's right there only get 1?
These the coaches. They, you know how it is. Respect the winning factor.
If they do or don't name Domas, don't tip me off. Don't.
Oh, I'm not doing anything.
I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous. Okay, J-Dub. Okay. That's what we said, though, right?
Yeah,
we said that.
Get in there. He's got to get in there.
Gosh. I have no problems with that. I have not really any problem with the list. All right, you want Harden in, I'm going to take Booker off. I have no problem with that.
No Booker. That's
no
what we're
Booker,
doing. No
right.
Booker. Why does this have to be the last one?
I know, right? Why can't
why
we
you
just...
couldn't have been AD?
All right, here we go.
I'm not even going to listen to it. I'm not even going to listen to it.
Come on, Ernie. That's your Jay's cousin. I can see if I can read the lips. Oh, I forgot about Wemby. Oh.
This is a joke. Come on.
I mean, I'm kind of shocked right now. I totally forgot about Wemby. That's my fault. I'm shocked. Here's the thing, though, Jay. Wemby is the it guy right now. He's the guy that's going to be on national TV that fans are turning out to see. His jersey is hot. He's one of the faces of the league for the next 10 years.
For sure. They're setting it up.
Right. With that being said, his team right now is 2.5 games behind us. They ain't even sniffing the play-in. I would have been okay if Wembanyama, they said, wait another year. Because you're not winning, dude. You're 20-24. And so what I'm seeing here, The NBA All-Star Game is a popularity contest. The NBA All-Star Game and All-Star selections are about who the faces of the league are. Domantas Sabonis is having the best season of his career. Multiple-time All-Star, but can't get it this year. It'd be different if the Kings were 18-27 or something like that. They're very respectable 24-23 right now. And so if you ask me, because the story is always, well, who you taking off, Drapes? I'm taking off James Harden. I'm sorry. Off that list right there, I'm taking off James Harden. I get AD. I get Ant-Man. Ant-Man's one of the face. But James Harden? The bigger issue, Jay, and I'm gonna call it like I see it.
That one's rough.
The bigger issue is the Kings underachieving is costing their players all-star spots. Domas is playing his ass off. He's playing like an all-star. He is an all-star in my book. But because of the dysfunction, because of the struggles, because of the record, he's not getting the love. And we can't say, Jay, well, if we were in a different city, because we saw a couple years ago when we were third, we got, and I understand injury replacements and everything like that. And who knows, maybe Domas will be. But who are you taking off? You taking off Şengün?
That is a tough one,
right? Like Houston has to have somebody, right?
No Jalen Green there either.
Yeah.
The fellas TNT, they were just talking and having a conversation, and the very first person they said was Norman Powell, which we all know he's balling. He is hooping right now. Which leads me to believe he may become the underdog, the little engine that could. So if I'm looking at that list, Domas, even if AD doesn't play,
Norman Powell might get that.
I think he's the little engine that could. I
He's
think
the next guy.
He's the next guy up. Domas might even be second in line, and he may even be third in line or fourth in line, depending on how you see Devin Booker, Jalen Green.
This is blasphemous.
It is, man.
This is
for me. It's Şengün, but I understand the winning plays a part in it. Kenny Smith said that. He's like, look, he believes just what you said. His words were he thought the Kings started too slow.
Oh, Kenny said that.
That's what he said, and that's what you just said.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Domas is a better player than Şengün.
No, hands down.
Domas, his numbers are better. He's a better player. Şengün got it because the Rockets are the third best team in the league right now.
Yeah, agreed.
So, did Domas actually get snubbed then? Or do we understand why Domas is not an all-star? Like, Şengün, I'm not taking Şengün off for Domas because the Rockets are the third best. They got to have somebody. They got to.
Well, I would say this. I think Wembanyama, for me, would come off because he's going to be there anyway because of the second-year Rising Star game and all of that. But I know the NBA has to begin to get on the Wembanyama train.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be on this team for me. Domantas would be over him, and I'd take Norman Powell over him too, to be honest.
Here's Wemby's stats, Jay. 24 points, 10.8 rebounds. Let me get the blocks because that's a big-time thing with him, obviously. 3.9 blocks.
But I think you're looking at leader of rebounds with Domantas. Second with double-doubles, as Ernie talked about, with 44. Triple-doubles, tremendously. 3 in the last week.
3-point shooting.
Second in the league in three-point field goal percentage. And I think if there's been anybody that has been a rock for this team this year, and I know we're here, so we watch it every single day. They're not.
Mm-hmm.
I understand every coach doesn't watch every single day. I get that. And I also understand because the coaches are, the ones that's making these choices. They're looking at records. They're looking at, they're depending on their assistant coaches to talk about, who we're scouting versus, what you see on every single game. But I'll be honest, Drapes, if there's anybody on the Sacramento Kings who hasn't wavered all year,
right,
it's Domantas Sabonis.
I agree. He's been so consistent.
Yeah, like hands down.
Like
consistent.
Last night was a bad game for him, supposedly.
Yes.
Still had a triple-double. Come on. Hey, we're going to open up the phone lines, Jay. I want people to call in. Tell me what you think about Domas getting snubbed. Who should be taken off? Who should Domas get in over? 916-339-1140. Plus, the latest on the De'Aaron Fox situation. Is Vivek flying to OKC to meet with the King star? We'll discuss that coming up next here. The Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Saturday night, Kings and Thunder. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-889-5566, 800-889-5566, 800-889-5566.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I have lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water, but you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
What's up? We're talking again to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, tell us what's happening for the Start Something New sales events.
Check out the world of electric when you lease a new 2024 Dodge Hornet RT Plus plug-in. For
for as low as $99 a month for 24 months with $39.95 due at signing. And these things get 77 mpge. My sister has one and she loves it.
Wow, that's 3 times the miles per gallon of my car.
It is pretty impressive how much money you can save at the pump. But we also have a huge selection of used cars at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with over 200 vehicles available and 40 under $20,000.
See their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
Lease of $99 for 24 months is before tax and license. Must be California resident. Includes 6,500 SFS hybrid electric federal tax credit and 2,500 West SFS lease cash. Must finance through Stellantis. $39.95 due at signing. 7,500 miles per year. 30 cents per mile over. Tax and license extra. 7th is net savings. Sample MSRP 51,370 VIN A20366. See dealer for details.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line, golf, Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 6 teams. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Hour 3 of the Drive Guys here, Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay, Kevin Whitey Gleason. He'll be back in this chair tomorrow. He's back tomorrow, taking today off. We just got word of the Western Conference All-Stars and our guy, Domantas Sabonis, snubbed, you say. Snubbed. Here's who the coaches picked for the Western Conference Reserves. Sengun, Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Jalen Williams, J-Dub, and Victor Wembanyama, the 7 rounding out the Western Conference All-Star. And here's the thing. I'm seeing people on the text line here fired up. In Sacramento, you can hit us up, 916-339-1140. Somebody from the 209. All-Star game nominations are a personal award. I don't think team record should be a deciding factor. If there was a dude with 21, 15, and 7 on the Wizards, I think they should be named I think they should make it because they are putting up all-star numbers. And that's the thing, right? How much does team success matter? Somebody from the 916, James Harden being named an all-star. This isn't 2015. Tomas in Sacramento disrespected again. I do think people aren't appreciating Domantas Sabonis. The dude delivers every single night. He went toe-to-toe against Jokic. Not saying he's a better player than Jokic, but look at the numbers when they faced off. Toe-to-toe against Jokic. Had better numbers than Sengun when they faced off. And I'm not saying take off Sengun. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Domantas Sabonis is an all-star. That's it. And somebody raising an interesting point right here. 916. Does the way Brown was fired change the way other coaches vote? Do you think coaches have a
that's a good
dislike for
question.
Sacramento at this point?
That's a great question.
That's a really good question. I don't know the answer, but we know for a fact coaches after Mike Brown were fired took shots at the organization. We know for a fact coaches after Mike Brown was fired, Doug got the job, didn't necessarily shake hands with Doug Christie after games. It's
Which
been
is chump.
It's
That's chump stuff in itself, though. We ain't talked about that enough either, and that we got time for that. But
yeah,
I've never been the person to where this gonna sound terrible because have good sportsmanship, Jay. I know all that's coming, right? The participation ribbon people are coming. I've never been the person to say I got to shake your hand after a competition. Like I've never been that person. But those are on smaller levels, college and all that type of stuff. Aren't the NBA coaches, aren't they a fraternity?
Right.
You
should be like that's what they preach.
There's a difference if there is someone who has blatantly come out and, is not a good dude, is, surly, always bad mouthing the league or bad mouthing other teams or, and I can't even think of a guy that's like that in the league right now. It seems like most of the time it's respectful unless, heated competition throws a wrench in it. But and maybe guys are just having Coach Brown's back. I don't know. But that don't mean the next person that's stepping up should feel that type of smoke from you either. Though.
Right.
You know?
It's not Doug's fault. Like, why you treat Doug that way?
Dude, you could at least throw up a pair of bunny rabbits at somebody. Like, hey, shots out. Congratulations. Keep going, fella, and whatever you want to call it. Like, I don't know, man.
How about this on the YouTube chat? Brown family says, Sabonis snub is straight up Kings hate. When Mike Malone and Steve Kerr speak so bad about the Kings after Mike Brown's situation, it tells me all I need to know. Did he shake Jordy's hand? I didn't see.
No, right?
Did they give a little deuces?
I think it was like a pat on the hip or something.
Okay,
right?
I don't recall.
I believe. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember.
It's interesting. The more I think
you're
about
gonna make me go back and look.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull the tape.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to pull the tape. The fact that Domantas Sabonis didn't make it. It could be partially some coaches. Think about it like this. I don't know for a fact, but I got a pretty good idea. Michael Malone did not vote for Domantas Sabonis because I don't think he did last year.
Yeah.
And so
it's an organizational thing. Like I'm gonna get back at the organization.
Right, but if that's the case, Jay, if that's the case,
that's sucker stuff. I'm gonna say it.
We're talking about all-star. If you letting personal feelings affect the way you vote, maybe these damn coaches shouldn't have a vote.
I mean, they're people though, Drapes. I don't want to come to the defense of folks. I'm not trying to defend not voting Domantas Sabonis on the team, but I guess they're people. I'll leave it at that. Feelings, emotions.
Yeah.
They play a part in our life, right?
They do. But don't take it out on Domantas Sabonis, right?
He's the middleman. He's in the crossfire.
Right. He's getting caught by the strays out there. To recap, no Domantas Sabonis in the All-Star game. Şengün, Triple J, Ant, Davis, Harden, Jalen Williams, and Victor Wembanyama. Somebody from the 925. And this is at you, Jay. I'll let you tackle this one.
For sure.
I don't know if you up on the YouTube or on the text line right now or not.
I see that.
You see which one I'm going?
Yeah, I see that.
I can see a player like LaMelo not making it if he's not voted in because they don't want the package that comes with him for the weekend. What's the package, Jay?
I guess because he's young, fly, and flashy.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of a jokester. I don't know. I don't know. I think
I don't like that. I don't like the tone of that one. What's the package?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I don't. Is it the Ball family? You don't want Lamar there? Man, they taking shots at you right now.
That's fine.
Text line, man.
Shouts out to Melo.
Y'all be crazy, man.
Shouts out to Melo.
People are dumb. I hate people sometimes, man.
No, these are the things that make great conversations.
Right.
Because the difference of it is files can always be checked, right? Backgrounds can always be checked.
Right.
what you do, product of your environment, all of that can always be checked.
Right. That ain't changing.
Right. The fingerprint, you can't change your fingerprints unless you want to burn them all, figure it out. Like, you can't check those things. I mean, you can't get away from those things. So 530, I am who I am. I am who I am. I come from where I come from. I'm a product of my environment. Unfortunately, from the 530, I can't really think of too many places in the 530 that come from where I come from.
But that's the problem, though, Jay. I'm laughing, but it's social media, it's Twitter, it's text. People be doing stuff anonymously.
Well, that's the way we live, though.
I know, but I hate it, dude. Like,
it's just like the All-Star voting. It's anonymously.
Yeah.
Like, we know it's the coaches, but as you said about, Mike Malone, did he vote for Domantas?
Hey, do we play them? I'll ask him next time, right? Like, seriously. Like, that needs to be unearthed, unveiled.
They won't do that.
We do media votes and all that and player of the year.
But the league
awards
protects the league, Drake. You know that. The league protects its own people. Remember?
Okay, our boy Tony Ray Harvey.
Okay.
Mike Malone did vote for Domas to be an all-star last season. Okay, all right. I did ask him that question, and he responded. I remember you asked him that, Tony.
Good journalism.
Yep. Tony Ray Harvey getting to the bottom of it.
Professional.
Appreciate that. Hey, we're going to take a quick break because we got to get back to this De'Aaron Fox situation. Anthony Slater of The Athletic. He's dialed in. He's tuned in. He's going to give us the latest. What's true, what's not true, all the rumors swirling around. We'll ask Slater about them next here on The Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer? Can we sleep cooler? Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. And now save 50% on the new Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Limited time. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Hey, Sacramento, it's time to party. Join us for the ultimate big game watch party at Mix Downtown, hosted by Sacktown Sports on Sunday, February 9th. Feast on Mix's all-you-can-eat taco and nacho bar and big game bites while watching the biggest football game of the year. Catch all the action on Mix's large projection screens and HD TVs. Doors open at 2 p.m. Kickoff is at 3. Mix Downtown, located at 16th and L Streets in Sacramento. It's 21 and over, so bring your crew and let's make it a game day to remember. For details, visit mixdowntown.net.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
Hey, Ma, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that Black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Something amazing is happening here. Scientists are using AI to study how whales talk to each other. CDW experts can give researchers the power to process complex data with HP workstations, advanced by AMD Ryzen Threadripper Pro processors. With easier handling of AI workloads, your organization can bring powerful insights to the surface. Make amazing happen. HP, AMD, and CDW. Learn more at cdw.com/HPAMD.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Drapes and Jay, Sacktown Sports 1140, reacting to the All-Star news. No Domantas Sabonis having a career year, but did not matter. The coaches had Şengün, Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Jalen Williams, and Victor Wembanyama. We're going to have our boy Anthony Slater. Slates is ready. He's going to be joining us right now. Slates, what's happening? Anthony Slater of The Athletic joining the Drive Guys, Drapes and Jay. What's up, Slates? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. I come on just as you guys learned, no All-Stars. I'm sure that stung the locals.
Yeah, stung the locals. Are you shocked, though? Let's start right there. Are you surprised, or, you kind of expected this?
I kind of expected it. I think the back end of the West All-Star team's tougher than the East, where I think one of those two, probably Sabonis, would have snuck in if he was in the East. I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. And also I think the way they started kind of laid the foundation of that their season was a disappointment, even if they've kind of, recovered obviously a little bit in the last couple of weeks. And they had a coach firing in the middle of it all. That kind of lays out a disappointing type narrative that I think led to, them not making it over a Jalen Williams, a John Morant, that type of thing.
Slates, I would say, as we joked about, there's nothing to talk about right now, here locally beside All-Star situation. But looking at the All-Stars who were selected, was there anyone, since we have you, anybody that you've seen as a snub so far?
It's a good question. Sabonis, I obviously do think is right up there. Let me look on the back end here as I pick it. Sabonis' numbers compared to Şengün are interesting to me, and then you have the conversation about I think Sabonis is probably definitely having a better statistical year. I still think is better than Şengün, but I also understand the argument that Houston is one of the surprises of the year. Where are they sitting? Second, third in the West right now?
Yeah, second in the West, Houston.
You almost feel like they have to have an All-Star. And if you really look at this era, when did the Kings get recognized? Was when they were the third seed, right? The season that they made the playoffs. Right. Winning was such a part of it. And winning is typically rewarded in this league. And I'm okay with that. And there's going to be snubs every year, especially in the West. But, again, I kind of think Sabonis is a better player than Şengün at this point, even if Şengün's trajectory might be higher. But I do think Houston needs an All-Star, so it's a tough conversation.
No, I agree with you. Anthony Slater of The Athletic joining us right now. Slates, let's get to the latest with De'Aaron Fox. Report out there that Vivek's traveling to OKC. So many wild reports out there. Set it straight. What do you know? What's the latest? What are you hearing out there?
Yeah, they're having conversations. Obviously, Spurs chief among those conversations, but not just limited to the Spurs. I do wonder about Castle's involvement if San Antonio's there, and how necessary that is from the Kings side, and how willing the Spurs would or wouldn't be to put him in there. I also wonder, I think it's smart for the Kings to get all the information they can, but I do wonder if they're willing to let this play out into the summer, and if if we're too far gone at this point and something has to get done by deadline day, or if they don't like the offers out there, they know they can go back to this in the summer. They know the interested suitors and the potential packages. Can this all come back together? And can De'Aaron Fox and the Kings, kind of ride on in a season that there still is kind of like some, expectations and desires to try to squeak in the playoffs, make some noise? But I haven't been around them because they've been on the road. This seems like I would like to get a pulse of this locker room and just to know if it's clearly not Jimmy Butler in Miami, but what is the situation there?
Joined by Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Slates, one of the things that I think I find super interesting is it seems like there was a gauntlet that was laid down, like it's trade deadline or nothing. Is that what you're hearing? Is that kind of the scope that you're getting from? Or as you just kind of mentioned, do you think the Kings can, dig into the sand and say, hey, listen, we're moving forward right now and we'll revisit this in the summer?
I mean, I would say there can't be too much of a gauntlet put down. I mean, obviously there's motives here on a lot of sides and desires, by several, figures in this situation. But the reality is, and as I talk to people across the league, they continue to reiterate, like, the Kings have leverage here. They're like the Kings have an ability with the summer ahead of them to explore the market, and like De'Aaron as a 1.5 season rental could be appealing to teams beyond, the Spurs. So I think they can canvass the market and really ask for a haul here. I think it's why they've, this has gotten public. This didn't necessarily have to get public. Obviously, you kind of wonder the motives and the pressures involved that leak this out there. But I don't think it has to be deadline or bust, because I'm not sure. Like, let's say you just said you call the bluff, and that I'm not even saying that what you're suggesting is on the table. But couldn't you just tell De'Aaron Fox, like, you got to play out the season? He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's going to agitate beyond the deadline and shut himself down or anything like that. And it's still like they're pretty good this year.
Whoa, sorry, breaking furniture. I'm still upset over Domantas Sabonis. Yeah, I'm pissed off about the Domas situation. Anthony Slater joining us of The Athletic. Slates, one of the things that I'm seeing on social media and the back and forth with fans, a lot of anger, a lot of frustration being pointed at the front office, at the ownership, some even back at De'Aaron Fox. From what you gather, is this a contentious situation between Fox and the Kings, or is this just business of basketball stuff that we have going on?
I mean, I think we were just slowly. The situation has slowly walked itself to this point where he signaled. This has been signaled. We've talked about it going back to the preseason. Me and Sam wrote something in the preseason about the fact that he hadn't signed the extension, and there was a lot of pressure on this season to win, but that he wanted to be part of a pretty clear perennial contender. And I don't think the Kings necessarily pushed all their chips in to try to make that happen. But also it's just the complicated nature of sports and trying to build winners, where I can understand the Kings, and even in this moment, not maybe wanting to fast forward and put all their first rounders in, for example, to try to win with this team, because there was always the chance De'Aaron was going to want to leave anyways, as is happening. It's just come to a head at this point. Obviously, the Mike Brown firing in the middle of it didn't help the situation at all. I mean, they won a little bit more, so you can say that helped it, but the way it was done certainly didn't help the relationship with De'Aaron Fox. But it's at such an interesting point right now, because as the Fox negotiations are going on, they're having other trade talks. I mean, obviously the John Collins rumors are heating up, but even beyond that, and it's just, is it smart for them to trade, future assets to try to win now, while also potentially trading the star face of their franchise for future assets? It's like this seesaw that they have to decide on in the next week. And it's complicated. And I would probably suggest they pick a direction, even if it's uncomfortable. And to be honest, like if there is a Fox trade, I mean, I don't know where you guys are at, but should that trigger like a rebuild that I know would be hard for fans to swallow, for ownership who's kind of been a little bit all in on this era, and like the beams, and they're playing better lately, and just like all the good feelings of what the last two seasons have been. But you're basically, I guess, cementing yourself to the middle, or even a fading version of being in the middle, if you're trading your star while also still trying to win it. It's just a really tough spot.
Slates, that's very interesting because we talked about DeMar DeRozan and would this trigger a move for him? As much as you're in the know, and maybe you don't have this answer. I found it super interesting in you and Sam Amick's article earlier where De'Aaron wants a team that looks like a championship team. Do you happen to have the answer of what that resembles to De'Aaron or his camp or to Clutch Sports or whoever you're in the know of had the conversations with?
Yeah, it's a 7'4" superstar. Might be French. I'm not sure. No, I think De'Aaron has a pretty, I think, grounded understanding of like who he is in the league, and I think him signaling San Antonio. You mentioned it, like this is not just this didn't pop up this week. No. We put the Spurs in the story even back to when Rich Paul was in town meeting with the front office, but like if he's the 15th best player in the league, which I think is probably on the top end, you might say somewhere between like 15 and 25, and he understands that. I think he knows that he needs somebody to really contend the way he wants to, and to get the accolades, the All-Star games, and the All-NBAs that he wants to, and championships. Like I said, he needs somebody like pretty significantly better than him, right? And that's Victor Wembanyama. It's not necessarily Sabonis. Sabonis is awesome, but he's kind of in that same plateaued range. You'd probably say in the 15 to 25 range. And I think if we were having just like, cold-hearted conversations about it, or, just business conversations about it, I don't know that those as your 1 and 2 are true NBA championship level. Like Jamal Murray needs a Nikola Jokic. And I think Fox is not in that MVP, that top 5, that top 7 player in the league that can just be the clear-cut number 1 on a title team. And if he understands that, I think we don't need to just talk about how exactly the team is built around him. I think the reality is I think he's seeing an emerging potential NBA great in San Antonio, who is already like Wembanyama just made the All-Star game, and he's the youngest Spur ever. He's going to be an MVP candidate probably for the next several seasons. Like, go attach yourself to the hip with him. Go win a couple NBA titles potentially. Like, there's a lot that comes to that, and I kind of get it as a career move.
Anthony Slater, last question here, Slates, for you. We got a week to go to the trade deadline, and fans are like, man, how come we haven't pulled the trigger on John Collins? Where's Cam Johnson? Like, I guess how much criticism should be placed in Monty and Wes and Paul's lap for the lack of moves, and could that change here within the next week, do you think?
Yes, I think it will, across the league. I deal with the same thing with what the Warriors are doing right now, and everybody's frantic, unsettledness about the fact that, the inactivity, but that's just the league. Like, business will be happening. I don't think full criticism or non-criticism of their plan can happen until February 7th, or at least later in the day, February 6th, I should say, because I understand not wanting to firm up any secondary moves while this Goliath of a move is kind of being settled, right? The Fox move is the large domino here. Like, the other dominoes are gonna have to wait, because what you do or don't do with De'Aaron Fox, what you do or don't get back, what type of assets maybe you want to swing into other deals. Y'all know sometimes some of the complicated deals that come out deadline-wise, or even in the offseason, where suddenly like, well, this is a 5-team deal with that pick's going over here, and that player's involved that we didn't even know was available. Like, there's just so many conversations going on right now that I'm not sure it's wise for them to, like I said, firm up a John Collins move that might have a future pick going over here where, 5 hours from now when you decide to do something with Fox, you're like, well, I kind of wish that move doesn't make sense in conjunction with that move. So as far as to your question, or, maybe the angst from the fan base, it's just an angsty time around 30 fan bases right now, because this is one of the 3 checkpoints, free agency, draft, and trade deadline, that front offices have to make really pivotal long-term decisions. But deadline spur action, we'll know a lot more in a week league-wide, and I think there can be a fair level of criticism leveled at the front office on February 6th, but we'll see what they do. They can rescue this thing, potentially.
All right, Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Follow him on Twitter, Anthony V. Slater. Slates, we'll talk to you next week, man. Should be an interesting 7 days here in Sacramento.
Yeah, it might look a lot different next time I talk to y'all.
All right. Yep. The next home game is Wednesday. Could be a different looking Kings team. That's Anthony Slater of The Athletic. Thanks so much, Slates. We'll check in with you next week. Still to come, we get to the latest on De'Aaron Fox, what we know, what's been happening, how does this impact the team, DeMar DeRozan's future, a lot going on. Plus, we get back to the phone lines, 916-339-1140. Open phone lines if you want to weigh on Domas being snubbed or the latest on De'Aaron Fox. We'll bounce back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I've had my all-electric SUV for a little more than a year, and I continue to love it day after day. In fact, me and my daughter, we were just on vacation not too long ago, and we rented a car while we were on the trip, and my daughter said, Dad, I like your car better. I turned to her and said, honey, you know what? I like it better as well, and I couldn't wait to get back home to my Mercedes-Benz EQS SUV. You know, at Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, they are more than just a dealership. They're a partner you can trust throughout the entire ownership of your luxury vehicle. Whether it's a refined C-Class or versatile SUV lineup, your perfect Mercedes-Benz is there waiting for you. Plus, right now, you can enjoy 3.24% APR for up to 72 months on certified pre-owned models on approved credit. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton is your trusted partner in luxury and reliability, and they've been doing it for more than 30 years. So head on down right now to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton or online anytime at mbofstockton.com. That's mbofstockton.com.
Domantas Sabonis plays here.
He finds Sabonis, put the frosting on the cake, put the cherry on the sundae. Sabonis with a two-hand flush makes it 114-106.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one, and if you want to save on a new Ford, you gotta drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free, with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-301-4422, 800-301-4422, 800-301-4422.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
How about you try something new this year? A resolution to enjoy what you drive. And the only way to guarantee that is at Sacramento Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. And it's not just because they're centrally located right across from Hagan Oaks Golf Course or their huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. It's because their general manager, Chuck Dean, and this team, they really take the time to get to know you and your goals. To them, it's not just about a car sale. It's about building generational relationships with someone you can trust. That's why people come from all over, Folsom, Elk Grove, Woodland, Roseville, because Sacramento Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, it's where a handshake still means something.
Drive Guys, live and local. Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
Back here with Drapes and Jay, the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. I got some open phone lines. We're going to hit them up coming up in just a second. 916-339-1140. Recapping the top stories of the day. One, Domantas Sabonis snubbed for the second straight year from the All-Star game. Şengün makes it. Jaren Jackson Jr., Anthony Davis, Harden, Jalen Williams, Wemby, and Ant-Man, the Western Conference reserves. With that being said, could be some injury replacements or something like that coming up.
I don't want it, Drapes.
Now,
we're not settling over here in Sacramento, man. No more. We're not settling no more in Sac, man. Either you put us in on the first time or you don't put us in at all.
Listen, you just tell Domas that. Because at the end of the day.
You think Domas will go now?
I would. You know why?
Domas has already been there a few times.
But at the end of the day, that's another all-star nod. When your Hall of Fame candidacy comes up.
You ain't thinking about that.
I am.
Well, see, that just showcases who you are. See what I'm saying? That's not Domantas.
I mean, think about it. If I can retire 7-time all-star.
Yeah, sounds great.
It don't say, well, you were an injury replacement or you know what I mean? It's like
I don't want it, Drake.
And it's down the road. And they get a few extra days off, Jay.
That is true.
You know, they don't play again until Friday. All-Star game is Sunday.
Right.
You take the PJ private jet out of San Francisco Sunday night, go somewhere. And so you still got time. Yeah, you still got time with the fam. You going to All-Star game this year?
You know, it's funny because Ramsey was just asking me that, and I was like, you know, let's put a damper on it, man. I was going to rock the Kings gear, and because you know how I don't do it here at Golden One just because we're so close. But even when we're media and we go to New Orleans, man, I got my Kings gear on.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
like, oh my man, I ain't popping no collars, man. I got my Kings gear, so you know I was gonna go to the city, rock the purple, the real purple, let cats know. But I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it, and we had this conversation. I think you weren't here one day, and I was like, dude, the entertainment is whack.
Yeah. I heard you say that.
And I'm like, man, ain't nobody trying to go see. You know, no disrespect to all of the artists, but no Cali flavors intertwined into it.
Because they all at the Super Bowl, bro. They all retired. You know what I mean?
You're right. They all gonna be tired from New Orleans.
No, but I'm gonna go.
You going?
Yeah, but I'm taking my son. Hear me out on this.
Okay. You took him last time.
2 years ago in
Salt Utah,
Lake.
right? Yeah.
But we're not going to the actual game. We're going to All-Star Saturday night. He's like, I don't even want to go to the game.
Yeah.
Think about that. It's that whack now.
Did you guys go to the game in Utah?
Yeah, we did.
The actual game?
Yeah.
Dude, I can't remember the last game I went to. Maybe LA was at 11? Something like that. That was like the last game.
Yeah.
Normally I go for the Friday, Saturday. Yeah.
Right.
No Sunday.
No Sunday.
Yeah. By the time Sunday, let's go at the day party.
I was like, yo, you want to go Saturday and Sunday? Or, you know, here's the deal. He's like, I'd rather just go Saturday. Like, if he had to choose he'd rather do Saturday than Sunday.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Friday.
You a Friday guy.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Friday, man. Because Saturday dunk contests don't do it no more.
Damn.
You know, I'm all for the 3-point contest, which I believe now is kind of like the main event.
Yeah.
You know, skills comp, I'm good with that. But
what about when's like the practice, open practice and stuff?
Friday and Saturday morning.
Friday and Saturday morning?
Yeah.
Like that'd be cool to go for him to go, you know, see the guys
Kyle
practice.
Draper, man. You can walk into practice anytime you want. Man.
I know that, but I got a +1.
That's your son.
I can't be like he with me. Is that
man? You know
he with me.
You know everybody gonna be like, "Oh, your son? Come on!"
Right.
Who turns down children?
Dog, he as tall as me now, though. You seen Nick?
Yeah, that's
he
true.
look like a man now, bro. It ain't no 6-year-old anymore, man.
It ain't. Oh, you're cute.
Right.
You're handsome. Yeah,
his voice deeper than mine right now. You know.
Now, I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm still trying to decide. Maybe we'll have this conversation over the next week and a half or so. I know you would be flipping right back from New Orleans, right?
Yeah, I'm
because
coming
you're in
back.
New Orleans
I'm on
back
that
to
New
back
Orleans trip. Yeah. What's that? Wednesday, Thursday.
I believe so.
Yep,
12,
come back. I thought about taking off from work here, but I'm like, last day before the All-Star break. We got to recap everything that happened. It's a big show.
Okay.
So I'm here
Look at you
Friday.
being a team player.
I know.
That's not the Drake's MO.
I know. Trust me, I'm regretting it already, man.
But you still got time.
I still got time. No, I'll be here for that one. Whitey will probably take off. No, that pissed me off when he took off New Year's. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We took off that week.
Yep. Then
And
he
I'm
put
like,
the extra
and then
2
it's like,
days
oh,
in.
might as well take. I'm like, damn it, I should have did that.
And you both. I know.
I didn't even think like
took
that.
2 weeks off on
Right.
like 3 days of vacation.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even think like that, man. Oh man.
If you go and it just Ramsey just saying
Ramsey going?
I don't know. I think we're all trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
We're all trying to figure out if it's something to because this the thing. I'm hurting the fact that no representation. So you go in there and you got your gear on and people like, man, nobody's even here, right? And then the other part about it is because it's so close, it's kind of one of them things like does the luster fall off of it?
Right. It's
versus if it was in Chi-Town,
like
Miami,
you can do it in a day trip. It's
like you don't even gotta get a hotel. You go out there, come back if you choose to do so.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. If I didn't have my son, I wouldn't be going.
Okay.
I'm taking a day. I'm going, traveling
NBA,
somewhere.
take your vacation.
Take the vacation time. It's the week off. But he wants to go. It's right here in our own backyard. I'm like, yeah, all right, we going to go. Tickets ain't no joke, though.
Oh, no.
Tickets ain't no joke.
For the game? Oh, yeah. Saturday night. But this, and fans who are intertwined that, that look for these type of events, Saturday, NBA All-Stars, NBA Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Saturday's tickets are always expensive.
Right.
More than Sunday. But it's kind of like Super Bowl. It's like corporate money. It's so expensive that they almost kind of priced the casual fan out.
Yep.
So 9 times out of 10 in my experiences, and I'm pretty sure you've been to more All-Star games. I've probably been to about 5, 6, something like that. More times than not, though, Saturday and Sunday, it's kind of like, this kind of got the Super Bowl vibe.
Yeah.
I don't really see, my guys, my regular fans, guys who rocking the jersey, looking for autographs and stuff. It's more everybody's in slacks and a collar.
Unless you go to like Fan Fest. That's where Fan Fest is. Yeah. Hey, Jay, we're going to take the quick break. I see Jason hanging on. We're going to get to him as well. You can hit us up, 916-339-1140. You can talk about Domas being left off the All-Star roster, snubbed once again, or the Kings situation. Vivek reportedly is going to OKC. I'm going to OKC tomorrow, and if I see Uncle V, I will report back to you guys and let you know. You're listening to The Drive, guys, here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Happy New Grill. Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat as we did on Christmas Eve. Bring out all the flavors of the new year with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you Happy New Year. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
There's no better time than the beginning of a new year to get ready to make good on all of those promises you've made to yourself about getting fit. And there's no better place than In Shape Fitness to get the ball rolling or bouncing. So grab some friends for a game of pickup basketball on our courts. Or stretch your limits in a yoga or Pilates class. In Shape personal trainers are standing by, just waiting for the opportunity to help you create a happy new you. We are In Shape. You are ready. Join online today at InShape.com.
A new year means new roads to explore. Grab the keys to a new Toyota and make adventure your resolution. Shop the industry's best lineup of hybrid SUVs like the RAV4 Hybrid, Grand Highlander Hybrid, redesigned Land Cruiser, or all-new 38 MPG Toyota Crown Signia. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Kick off your best year yet in a new Toyota. Toyota, let's go places.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Right now, get up to a $15 gift card after rebate when you purchase select Superstart batteries exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, it's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and the regular season is over, but the high hand bonuses, those are not. $500 per primetime football game, whether it's weekend, Monday night, whatever it may be. And those bonuses available until the season ends, including the big game on February 9th. Capital Casino, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER. My good friends over at Jiffy Lube have an amazing New Year oil change special going on right now for the month of January. Get a full synthetic oil change starting at just $76.99 with a $33 off coupon online. That's right, starting at just $76.99 for a full synthetic motor oil change with a $33 off online coupon from jiffylube.com today. Offer valid for up to 5 quarts of premium motor oil, specialty vehicles, and diesel extra. Happy New Year from Jiffy Lube.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
This year, resolve to save on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy with $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on over 30 new half-ton Silverado LT and RST after rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers based on 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
Whoa, it's you, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Save no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
When you bundle renters and auto with Progressive, you can save while protecting your most valuable possessions, like your priceless vinyl collection. Sure, you sleep on a futon because the money most people would have spent on a bed you spent on more records. But forget the fact that you can stream just about any song ever created for a few dollars a month. No, you need to listen to music in the most difficult way possible. So go ahead and get Progressive so you can save while protecting the things that matter to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Drapes and Jay here. Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Got our boy Kevin Gleason. He's out today. He'll be back tomorrow, though, back with us. Somebody said tickets are sold out on resales. They're like $1,000 talking about the All-Star game. That's from the 530.
It's about the normal.
Damn.
That's about the normal, man.
When I was told, Vincent Goodwill just hit me up. He's at the gym. We're going to get him on next time, he said. But
okay.
We're going to hear from Vinny Goodwill about the De'Aaron Fox situation.
Do that Monday because we might mess around and something might happen.
Something might happen, right? All right, I'm going to tell him Monday. All-Star tickets, according to my contact, range from $500 to $825 per ticket.
Now, is that a NBA employee rate?
I don't know. That's what I was
okay.
wondering.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. And so I'm probably going to play the lower end of that rate, that 500. Just get me in there with my son. We'll
be up
maneuver
at the
after
top
that.
of the chase.
Yeah, we'll maneuver after
up
that.
there, right next to the H.
Right. I'm in between the C and H. My back in between the C and H right here. Exactly. All right, 916-339-1140. Jason's been holding on. What's up, Jason? You're on with Drapes and Jay on the Drive, guys.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
Hey, real quick, I firmly believe that anybody who attempts to justify leaving Sabonis off the All-Star team literally solidifies their level of stupidity. And that goes for your man, Anthony Slater, who justified Houston needs an All-Star. No one has better stats than Sabonis other than, what's his name?
Jokic. Yeah.
AD sucks. The dude sucks. He literally sucks. Like, if I can cuss, I would cuss, but I'm not going to.
You came close there, big fella.
BS. I'm not. I'm keeping it clean. But all I'm saying is no one looks at stats when they vote. They just vote popularity. It's a joke. The NBA is turning into a joke, and I'm getting turned off by it. I no longer want to watch these games because of how stupid the reffing has gotten, the politics have gotten. The fans are dumb, like literally dumb. They have no idea what the hell they're watching. They don't understand the ins and outs of basketball, what's going on the court or anything. They're stupid. Everybody is stupid other than the people that know what the hell they're talking about, like me.
We got cut, Jason. I was about to engage him in everything. I was about to, and he held on for a little bit too. A little bit.
Jason said, "Man, I'm the end all be all know."
Right. He said nobody knows it except me. Let me ask you though, Jay.
I ain't mad at Jay.
I hear him. The stats are better. Does winning factor at all when it comes to All-Star? Should it? Should it? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but we know the starters are popularity contests.
Right.
And I think that's why the reserve voting or the reserve entrants are always the most disheartening. The starters are like, okay, we've seen starters get in who's only before they've made, limitations to at one point in time. Remember, it was 100% fan voting, and then they put ramifications on it, you know, and so we've seen stupid type of voting, as Jason, to use a word out of Jason's vocab. But yeah, I just think when you got guys like Domantas, when you got guys like Norman Powell, and I understand there's a snub every year, totally get it. There's probably 7-8 people who deserve to be an all-star, but there are certain ones where that's a little more blatant than anything. Winning matters, but as you talked about earlier, personal gratification for all-star matters more.
Right. I agree. You gotta, here's the thing. For me, when it comes to the All-Star, you gotta have the numbers. First thing I'm looking at are the numbers. I'm not looking at where your team is. To me, team position is the tiebreaker. Standings are the tiebreakers. If I see one guy averaging 25, the other guy averaging 25, all right, where are their team? Where's the team at? And so when I look at Domantas Sabonis, and I know people hating on the Lakers, 916, the only reason why Davis made it is because he plays for the Fakers. Dude, they're fifth in the West. Like, Davis is having a hell of a season.
He is.
Come on. He's being talked about in the MVP conversation earlier this season. Remember? And so my problem isn't with Anthony Davis. To me, my problem, if I'm being 100% real Kings fans, the anger we should have, and Jay ain't going to agree with me on this, is freaking Steph Curry. Steph Curry is not an all-star. I know it's just in his backyard.
City, man.
But, dog, that shouldn't
City he built.
That don't matter when it comes. That shouldn't matter when it comes to the vote. Oh, well, because it's in San Francisco, Steph Curry got to beat it. Steph Curry is there for name alone. You agree? You got to agree with that.
Nah, Drapes, because you got to. This is the thing. Unfortunately, hasn't happened here in Sacramento because we don't have the proper lodging for an all-star team or all-star game yet. Hopefully it happens. But as they say, you build a new stadium and they will come, right? That's unwritten rule, if not written at this point in the NBA. You can't pick anybody else from the Warriors to be an all-star right now.
So you got to have some representation.
Got to have representation. Mm-hmm. It's like baseball all-star game. You're guaranteed one if it's played in your stadium. Now we're also talking about Steph Curry, who's been all-star for, 15 years at this point, feels like. And so I think you kind of have to bite your tongue and understand that he got in as a starter with all the different 25%, fan votes, media percentage, all of that. I would have a bigger argument if he got in on coaching ballots. If he got in on as a reserve, then I'd be like, you right, Drake.
Okay. All right,
but because he's a starter, that basically means the fans want to see him, media wants to see him, they want to cover him. There's stories to be had. He's going to be the mayor of the city.
Yeah.
So I think you got to give Steph a pass. But I hear what you're saying when you're talking about numbers.
And somebody's pointing out on the text line, if winning matters, then how does Wemby get in over Sabonis? If they use that for logic, then Şengün, then why not use that for Sabonis over Wemby?
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I feel and this is the same thing as last year. It's disappointing that it's coming from the coaches. You know what I mean? It's disappointing that the coaches aren't recognizing what Domantas Sabonis is doing. That's what it was last year to me. Like, if the fans didn't vote him, I get it. He's not sexy. He's not popular. But these are supposed to be the people that know, that watch the game, that game plan. How does Domantas Sabonis not get in, and let's say James Harden does? And I understand the Clippers are playing better. They're playing decent. But damn, this dude is arguably the second best center in the game right now, statistically, and he's not getting the love. It upsets me. We're going to take a quick break. I see Joe hanging on. Joe, I'm going to get to you coming up after this timeout. Plus, the latest on De'Aaron Fox. We got to get to that coming up. Vincent Goodwill, he posted something and weighed in on it. Is San Antonio really the only place De'Aaron is looking? We'll dive into that next on The Drive, guys. Sacktown Sports, 1140.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
You've heard the saying, penny wise, pound foolish, right? It means you do something that will save you a little bit right now, just pennies, but that ends up costing you pounds in the end.
People put off tuning up their furnace because they don't want to take the time or spend the money to get it done.
But it only takes 90 minutes and costs just $87, which is just pennies compared to the huge problems and expenses that can rack up if you don't get your furnace tuned up.
You'll also save money on your energy bills, and your system will last longer.
So don't be penny wise and pound foolish. Call Bell Brothers for a precision tune-up and professional cleaning today.
Our number is 916-444-1234, or find us online at thenosurpriseguys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery Hammer and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
Ad paid for by RFA Cancellation. Attention timeshare owners. If you need to get rid of your timeshare for any reason, please listen to the following message. Getting out of a timeshare commitment is not easy, and it takes time. But we specialize in helping consumers legally get rid of their expensive timeshares forever. Can't get the vacation dates that work for you? Maybe you felt taken advantage of or forced into the timeshare? Maybe you just can't continue to shoulder those monthly payments any longer. If you need to eliminate your timeshare commitment, then you need to take down this number, 800-823-1687. We will safely and legally get rid of your timeshare payments forever, all with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Don't continue to let your timeshare be a financial burden to you and your loved ones. Call us now at 800-823-1687. The call is free. The consultation is free. Call 800-823-1687. That's 800-823-1687. Again, 800-823-1687.
It's time to turn up the volume on live entertainment. Check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar for the hottest events and shows coming your way. On February 18th, catch the incredible Miles Kennedy at Ace of Spades. His powerful vocals and raw talent will leave you speechless. Then gear up for an adrenaline-packed night with a Thunder Showdown boxing event at Thunder Valley on March 8th. Who will come out on top in the ring? Be there to find out. On March 9th, don't miss the legendary John Oates live at the Crest Theater, bringing you iconic hits and timeless melodies. If you're a country fan, mark your calendar for March 16th, when Alexandra Kay brings her heartfelt songs to Ace of Spades for an unforgettable evening. And on March 29th, get ready to rock the night away as Papa Roach and Rise Against take over the Golden One Center with an electrifying performance. Don't miss these amazing events. For more information and your chance to win tickets, head to SacktownSports.com. Sacktown Sports, your front row seat to the Sacramento area's best live entertainment.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Back here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay here with you. Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back tomorrow. Final hour here. Coming up in just a minute, we'll hear from Vincent Goodwill Jr. He posted something, a video clip, where he talked about whether it's San Antonio or could there be other suitors, other places De'Aaron Fox would want to go to if the Kings ultimately decide to move on and trade him. But first, Joe's been hanging on, Jay. Let's get to Joe on line one. Joe, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening, man?
Drapes, what's up? Jay, how you doing?
Good. Hey, what's up, man?
I just wanted to good. Hey, I just wanted to say first thing before I say what I want to say, Drapes. I just want to give you your flowers real quick. You defended us. I didn't really think that you were a Sacramento fan until you defended us. I think it was against Klay Thompson's dad. He was on like last month. You guys had him on the radio, and he was talking crap.
He was talking some crazy stuff, right?
And then Drapes came. Hey, Drapes. He felt a certain kind of way when he was talking his mess. And I'm like, man, Drapes is my guy. This guy is a real Sacramento Kings fan. Like, he's Sacramento. So I just wanted to give you your flowers for that. But anyways, I called because I had to say the thing about De'Aaron Fox. First of all, I am a De'Aaron Fox fan. But if Monty McNair decides to trade De'Aaron Fox, how stupid, I'm not saying him, but the decision that he'll make, how stupid he will look for trading two franchise point guards. Who does that?
Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox.
He will have traded two franchise point guards. It's hard to come across one franchise point guard, but to trade two, that's crazy.
In this time of the league.
Good call right there. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Trading away two quarterbacks.
Right? Two franchise QBs.
Yeah.
Two guys you supposedly build around. Dang, I never thought of it like that.
You want that on your hands. Huh?
Right. Nah, think about that.
Unless you trade them for a third one.
Right, unless you get another one back, right? It's
And would you agree that point guard / lead guard at this point is probably the most premier position in the league?
I think so. Premier, yeah.
That's
where
you kind of need that guy.
Stars. Yeah. No, you're right about that, Jay. I want to go back to what we started the show with earlier today. Obviously, a lot of talk about De'Aaron Fox and where he might go. Does he want to be traded? All this. Spurs reporter. I'm going to go back to this tweet. This is what we started the show with. Spurs reporter Dusty Garza is his name. Has about 22,000 followers on Twitter right now. He says, sources tell me Kings owner Vivek Ranadive is flying to OKC, where Sacramento plays on Saturday, for a sit-down dinner with De'Aaron Fox. I'm told he's on a mission to convince Fox to stay in Sacramento. No word on whether Rich Paul of Clutch will be there. Here's what I've heard, and I made a couple of calls, talked to a couple of people. Two people I consider sources say they hadn't heard that. Although one said it wouldn't surprise me that Vivek would hop on the plane and go out there. With that being said, and I mentioned this earlier, I see Vivek on the road all the time. He's at games all the time, with friends, family, he'll just pop up. Right. I'm like, oh, shoot, I didn't know you were here.
That's what you can do when you got a PJ.
Right, exactly. So he may or may not be going. But if he is going, and let's say he does want to sit down with De'Aaron Fox, this has reached a critical point. Conversations with the owner is usually the last step. I'll go back to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, a few weeks ago, sat down with Mickey Arison, the Miami Heat owner, and reiterated his desire to be traded. Once that happens, it's like, okay, game on.
Yeah.
What else am I going to do? I mean, it is what it is. And so I got to imagine what happens if they meet tomorrow or this weekend. A resolution, Vivek will leave that table having a clearer understanding on where things stand.
I would hope so.
Right?
Yep. I would hope you guys come to the, you come to the round table and discuss it as businessmen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And so then I got to imagine he talks to Monty West, and it's settled. It's either A, De'Aaron wants to be here, because the owner can come in and say, nope, we're keeping him.
Yeah, he
can say that, right? He can come in and say,
you better believe it.
Overrule Monty West or whoever. Say, nah, we're not going to trade this guy. He's off limits.
That's coming out of my account.
Right, exactly, exactly. I'm the one paying these bills. So either that's going to happen, or he walks away saying, there's nothing more that can be done. I actually got a third option. It just hit me. No. Okay. And Kings fans, I think, will like this. De'Aaron makes it clear whatever it is he wants. Let's say it's roster. If Vivek really wants to keep De'Aaron, he goes to Monty and West, get a damn deal done.
Figure it out.
You know what I mean? Figure it out. You got till Thursday. And so I've heard the stories, the reports, people chattering, Vivek meddling in. This is one instance where I'm okay with it. This has risen to that level, in my opinion, Jay. You're talking about your superstar player, your star player, fan favorite. And if you want to keep him, best believe, damn Skippy, you got to get involved. Now, we don't know, how it's going to shake out, what De'Aaron wants, how Vivek really feels. I'm saying if he's hopping on the plane to convince him to stay, that shows us that the organization, ownership, does not want him to leave.
Yeah, for me, it signals that. Yeah, it definitely does.
And what it reminds me of? This is Giannis 2.0. This is a player flexing his power. This is a player saying, you know what? This is what I want. If you want to keep me, this is what I need.
I need you to go get someone.
Right.
Kobe.
As
I said, Kobe.
Before,
yeah.
Magic Johnson 40 years ago.
Yeah.
If you want me to stay, get rid of this coach, or I'm
gotta
out
go.
Or trade me.
Right.
This is a player, and I don't fault him. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, it's designed to help the team. It's designed to get to a point where you're winning championships, everybody's making money, this, that, and the other. And especially in the NBA, as I said earlier, the business of the NBA. These star players, Jay, and that's why when De'Aaron goes with Clutch, it signals an era of player empowerment, if you will.
Yes.
It's not like, we're just playing funny games. No, it's Rich Paul in his ear. Dude, you're the star player. This is a players' league. You have recognized your value and capitalize on that. And that's what I see happening here.
Drapes, did you find it interesting that Anthony Slater said that De'Aaron, amongst his, his research and speaking to him and his representatives and whoever else they spoke to that is surrounded De'Aaron, that De'Aaron knows his position in the league in the form of he believes he has to attach himself to a star, to someone that's bigger than his star, for him to accomplish some of the things he wants to do on the court and accomplish some of the goals that he has off the court. And if I'm believing him and Sam Amick, and I truly do, hence that's why we have Slater on here, because normally when those two speak, there's some substance to what they're saying. If that's the case, is this really is De'Aaron, and I'm just spitballing, do you think De'Aaron is asking Monty, West, whoever, I need a bigger star than me here?
I can't see that, right? It's one thing to go join a star and it be his team. It's another to invite a star. It's like inviting somebody to come over and take over your house. I can't see that happening, right?
So then what if we're going on a premise that De'Aaron, all of this or most of this, what some people are reporting, I don't really necessarily believe all of it. I think money is highly involved.
Yeah.
But if the premise is De'Aaron, which he said on this show now, he did say, look, I got time, but I ain't got a lot of time. I'm ready to compete for championships and so on and so forth. And we know in that report, Sam Amick and Anthony Slater, hey, he wants to see some moves made that looks like they're trying to build a championship. Then what is that here? Is that different because he is the star and you got Demar and you got Malik and you've got Domantas, maybe, and I'm just calling it the alphabet. We got two B's. Maybe we need a third B to push us up and overtake, two A's, or if he's designed his mind, according to Anthony Slater, of saying, well, I know I need to go attach myself to a bigger star than me somewhere else. That's like two different situations. What the understanding, Drapes, both can be true. Because he is here and this is built the way it is, meaning the Kings, maybe he's willing to accept a B type star coming back versus if I do leave here, I need to go play with an A, someone who's got a bigger star than me.
How about this though, Jay? What if in his mind, it's a 1A and 1B, two big stars?
Meaning if he was to leave here and go somewhere,
here, he views himself like, I can't imagine him thinking, I got to go and fit in with somebody else and be under their, be their second.
But that's kind of what you're saying.
But that's not what he's thinking. That's not how he feels. We may feel that Victor Wembanyama is way up here.
Okay, I got what you're saying.
He feels like he's up there too.
There with them.
Top 15 guy in the league.
For sure. Okay,
he views it Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum style.
Got you.
You know what I mean? And so if he brings somebody here, it's in his mind an equal.
Right.
So another top 15 guy, even though Domas is top 20,
Yeah.
And that's the thing that I guess I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around. Because there's this narrative out there that De'Aaron's unhappy with the roster, the front office is failing him. We got three guys averaging 20 plus points per game. Jay, I don't know if you watched. I mean, that's pretty good. We got a big three. Yeah, that's a pretty good big three statistically, right? And then I don't know if you guys watched the pregame show yesterday on NBC Sports California. I know that poll we ran is getting a lot of buzz and everything.
Give it to me. I didn't see it.
Well, the poll was, what should the Kings do with De'Aaron Fox?
Okay.
Trade him by February 6th.
Okay.
Trade him in the offseason, extend him in the offseason, extend him when his contract's done. But what we ran on NBC, we had a graphic, and I'm going to pull it up right here. Everybody say, well, the bench is weak, and we're struggling from the bench and everything like that. And that's 100% true. Kings have the third worst bench in the NBA.
Ooh, it showed last night.
You know who has the worst bench?
Warriors.
New York Knicks.
Ooh, they're heavy on starter minutes, too. I think they're, yeah.
I'm going to make a point right here, Jay. So the Knicks have the worst bench in the league. You know who has the second worst bench?
Celtics.
Lakers. Solid team, though, right? We have the third. You want to know who has the fourth worst bench? Hold up, Jay.
Rockets.
Denver Nuggets.
Dang.
Solid team. You know who has the fifth worst bench? The Boston Celtics. So what I'm saying is we're actually a pretty good company. Like, those teams are really good, even though their bench is struggling.
And when you say worst bench,
points per game.
Okay.
Points per game. Fewest bench points production.
Okay.
Yep. So New York, Lakers, Sacramento, Denver, Boston.
Everybody is better than you right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not about the bench. It's about maybe the starters being better. And this is what I'm talking about. Does De'Aaron need to be better? Does Domas need to? Does Keegan? Like, it's not always, oh, man, we need an eighth man. We need a backup big. Well, how the hell are the Knicks doing it?
Yeah.
How the hell are the Lakers doing it? How the hell are the Nuggets doing it? The Celtics doing it? It's their top 10 tier talent is carrying them.
Right.
Our top tier talent got to carry us. So when I look at the roster, are there holes? Would it be nice to be able to go 10 deep and not bat an eye? Celtics just won the title by going 7 or 8 deep.
Right.
Don't tell me Sam Hauser was a difference between the, you know what I mean? Don't tell me that, Jay, because it's not true. And so there's this narrative out there that, well, because Monty and Wes haven't upgraded the bench, that's why De'Aaron wants out. If De'Aaron just looks at the numbers, the Knicks, Lakers, Denver, and Boston, all bottom. You ask the Rockets, they're 23rd in the league in bench points.
Dang.
Rockets, third best team in the NBA.
Yeah.
OKC, best team in the NBA?
Yep.
They're 20th in bench points. So it's not about the damn bench points, people, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's about our group, our starters, our core guys raising their game and playing better together. Mind you, we've only had DeMar DeRozan 3 months. This is all just hitting me because I saw that graphic last night, Jay, and I'm like, damn. You would think we'd be there with Charlotte and all the worst teams, bottom barrel, Utah and everything like that. The best teams that I just mentioned don't get a whole lot of bench production. Our bench is better than the Knicks and the Lakers, who are ahead of us in the standings. That signals to me our starting five got to be better. Tell me where I'm wrong, people. Am I misconstrued here? There's a narrative that the bench is costing us wins. How come the bench ain't costing Boston wins? How come the bench ain't costing Denver wins? How come the bench ain't costing New York wins? We have enough top-tier talent to be better than what we are. This roster is better than what we are. So this narrative that Monty, Wes, Paul, and all those guys failed De'Aaron Fox, it's just not computing with me. That's why I don't think that's the issue here.
Yeah.
I think there's other things at play here, Jay.
On top of, throw the sugar on top. We got one of your good friends from college, someone that you probably politicked, to get in here. I would imagine, there's something to the, and who was our last caller? I can't remember, but
Joe, I think. Maybe,
Joe was talking about trading Ty Halliburton out of here to kind of, make the room for you. This is your squad, so that was a move towards De'Aaron. The other part of that too is I think you have a conversation with him when you bring back Domantas as well. And we've already heard, we played it earlier in the show. Demar said, Fox was one of the guys that spoke to him about coming and recruited him, and they utilized him as one of the main tools to bring to Sacramento. And I'm going to say this because people throughout the NBA circles have told me this, and they've asked me this. This was something that I was asked numerous times. They can't understand how De'Aaron wants out of something that not only he built, but if he was to win, as we've seen, and I always talk about, man, at some point in time, we got to let it go. The 2000s teams, those dudes are walking legends around here, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
If De'Aaron was to push this team towards Western Conference run, man, this city would collapse under his hands. I don't understand the narrative of what you're saying. I'm piggybacking on what you, where if trying to build a championship contending team is the biggest issue for De'Aaron, they've tried to do things to appease him, albeit, I'm not going to say now, I agree, they still are short. They're still small. They got a lot of guards. I could understand how he could look over his shoulder drapes and say, damn, they keep drafting nothing but point guards.
Right.
I could understand that too.
That part. Okay.
So I got to keep it real. The other part, though, too, is looking at how De'Aaron has operated throughout Sacramento, how he has grown here in Sacramento. I could also see where he's like, you know what? I gave it enough time. I'm out.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I can understand that.
8 years.
Yeah.
I paid my dues. I did all I could.
And then it didn't work.
Change.
Change of scenery.
Yep.
And then the last thing I can definitely understand, and which I believe is one of the major issues, is the money. He turned down a certain extension last year, which was smart, common sense. Everybody knew that. I think we overreacted here in Sacramento, like, oh, he turned down no. Of course, he was supposed to turn that down. Common sense will let you know he was going. The difference between 77, almost $100 million, when we're talking about another year of service for the Sacramento Kings. So that was just a smart business move,
right?
But I think now we're trying to understand: is this personal? Is this business? Is this about money? Are feelings hurt?
Right?
Are emotions involved? And I think that's where Kings fans are really trying to get an understanding. And I'll be honest. Sources tell me I'm with you. I don't think they haven't built around them. I think it's really based upon financial situation. I think it's based upon, a few other things when it comes to outside, noise when it comes to De'Aaron. But I just can't get down with the whole fact that he's not cool with the way this roster is constructed. Majority, not all of it. Again,
right.
I understand there's a bunch of people that's 6'3" and under on that squad.
Yeah.
So I get that part of it. I'm not naive to that, but I just can't think that the roster build right now. Now, if you would have said 2 years ago, I give you that. Or 3 years ago before the B team, I give you that. Right now, there's been some things that have been tried to be changed. Now, I will say this though. There's got to be some part of that where, and that's why I keep going back to this. Anthony Slater said De'Aaron has figured out it's going to take a couple superstars to win a championship, and that's something we talked about.
Right.
Now, if he doesn't believe, he looks around, he's on that plane with you, Drapes, and you sitting in the back and he's sitting in the middle, and he look around, stand up, and he don't see another star in the plane, then that's a different conversation. But as far as you can't be mad that I went and got your friend and kept him here for the low.
Right.
You can't be upset that I got you a top 5 big in the league.
Right.
You can't be upset that we done brought your little brother.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you can't and come to me and then say, nah, you got to trade me. It's got to be a little more something to it.
Right. That's 100% what I'm saying right there, Jay. That's why I don't think it's about the roster construction or anything like that. By all accounts, Monty should have done some other things at the trade deadline, been more active. But I could argue he's been the best GM we've had in 20-some years in terms of the moves and revamping this roster.
Well, Petrie, I'm about to say.
Beside Petrie, you go back there. That's how far I'm going back. Petrie days. you know? And so we're going to get to the phone lines coming up in a minute. I see Jeff and Jeremy hanging on, 916-339-1140. Do you agree with me and Jay that maybe it's not all about the roster construction? Maybe there's some other factors involved. We want to hear from you, the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140.
Saturday night, Kings and Thunder. Team night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip off at 5.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions. Plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Happy New Grill. Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat as we did on Christmas Eve. Bring out all the flavors of the new year with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you Happy New Year. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Make a smarter resolution this year. Grab the keys to a new Toyota hybrid and turn everyday drives into exciting adventures. Now is the time to shop great deals. Choose between 16 Toyota hybrid models from the longest lasting brand on the road. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Go further with more MPG in a new Toyota hybrid.
Grab the keys, come on, let's go.
Toyota, let's go places.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This year, resolve to save on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy with $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on over 30 new half-ton Silverado LT and RST after rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers based on 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Fall head over boots in love with music this Valentine's Day. Get ready for Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, returning May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, and more. Enjoy food trucks, mechanical bulls, and line dancing. Tickets start at just $52. Visit CITPfest.com. Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club. Don't just say, I love you. Show it with music. Buy tickets now.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Your afternoon home for Kings Talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Final half hour here on the Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports 1140. Drapes and Jay here with you. Phone lines are lit up, 916-339-1140. I maintain that whatever's going on with the Kings, the primary factor is not about roster construction. It's not about Monty, Wes, Paul letting De'Aaron Fox down. I ran the stats. I mentioned the stats. We're going to get to the phone lines here in a second. Everybody's like, well, the roster isn't good. The bench needs better. And we do need help. I'm not saying we don't need to make moves and improve the roster. But if you look at the bottom 5 teams in bench scoring this year, it's the Knicks, the Lakers, the Kings, the Nuggets, the Celtics. In the bottom 10, you got Houston and OKC. Phoenix also in there. So you got 6 or 7 contenders, supposedly, who aren't getting much bench production in terms of points. And that's where the Kings are right now. So I maintain the roster is actually pretty good. You need some tweaks. You need to add a little things, a couple of things here and there, no doubt about it. But this whole notion that Monty has failed De'Aaron Fox and this roster is terrible just is not true. Maybe you disagree with me. I'm going to open up the phone lines here, Jay, 916-339-1140. Let's get to Jeremy on line 1. Jeremy, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good.
Hey, Drapes, you're on it on that. Think about this. Like, just do minutes, like points per minute or whatever, shots per minute that you get to play, because these guys are playing high minutes, right?
Yep.
So when you're thinking about that, it's not going to look good just looking at bench points. Bench points doesn't say nothing, in my opinion. Like, it's what guys are getting opportunities, right? But let me just say something on Fox, please, because we've been riding with him for, 7 or 8 years now, whatever. We love this guy, right? It could be just Rich Paul, right? Like, Rich Paul is going to have to do something for his dude. That's just how he does it. Fox is, I feel like there's a disconnect, right? Like, Rich Paul is saying stuff, right? And Fox ain't even saying it. He's just letting his agent do what he's supposed to be doing. That's why he's paying his agent, right? He's paying his agent to deal with the business part of it, right? We're just a really, like, a fan base that really loves our team, right? So we're going to flip out on every little thing, right? But I think Fox probably wants to be here. I think they're gonna actually fix it. I really do. I'm gonna think positive on it, right? I think they're gonna fix it. I'd rather have Fox be here when we actually be good. And that's all I gotta say. And I love you guys, man. Good show.
All right, Jeremy, thanks so much. Appreciate that. Jeremy weighing in. I see somebody on the text line. You don't need to add a little bit. You need to add another big, legit starter and take Monk, or Fox out of the starting lineup, Jay. He said Monk or Fox.
I get the premise. I get the premise. Whoever you choose to take out of the lineup is from the 5-3-0. That's they prerogative. But I get the fact of length and height girth.
Yeah.
No,
Girth. You can't even say it, right?
You gotta be careful out here in these streets. But yeah, I get the big man is something that the Kings, everyone feels like the Kings are missing beyond Domantas Sabonis.
Mm-hmm.
When Keegan's 6'10", though, almost.
Right.
Right.
Like,
man, dude's pretty tall.
Yeah.
And he's long.
He's long.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get back to the phone lines. Jeff, you're hanging on with Drapes and Jay. What's up, Jeff?
Not much, Drapes. I'm becoming a fan of yours. My God, you got me all passionate.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. You could call in anytime, bro.
Okay, but anyway, I've grown on, and I'm gonna tell you something that I think Vivek's gonna put his foot down and say, no, Fox ain't going nowhere, because he shouldn't. He is a star, and Rich Paul has put in his brain, and if I'm his agent, I'd be doing the same thing. You got to have some eyes on you. If you're going to be getting this big, huge contract, you got to earn it. And the way you're going to earn it, you got to get eyes on you. And the only way you get eyes on you, if you got a co-star that attracts you. The problem with the Kings lineup is, I hate to say it, and I love his game, but in the 90s, it was great. And it's our two guard, okay? And I hate to have to say it, but if we went and put Zach LaVine instead of who we presently have in the two guard, what would that do for our game and our spacing and everything? Everybody could shoot a three. Everybody could do everything. Fox would have a co-star that's a little bit bigger than him, and we could possibly get rid of Herter and give Chicago back what was rightly theirs. Because I think that's where our hole in our starting lineup is. We get a bigger star. Fox would get eyes on him. Monk could do his thing. How would that current lineup look with Zach LaVine instead of, I hate to say, our two guard right now?
Who's our two guard, Jeff?
Talk about Kevin Herter.
I don't want to say it. I love his game, but it's not the 90s.
He's talking about Debo. Demar.
Okay.
Debo, that's right. So if we went and said, Chicago, would you like to have Debo back? We'll take LaVine off your hand.
Jeff, you crazy, man. Appreciate the call, Jeff. Everybody here know I'm a big Zach LaVine guy. Zach LaVine's my guy.
That's why he said you're winning them over. Jeff said he's starting to become a Drapes fan.
He's starting to look at seeing what I'm seeing. Zach LaVine is a bucket. And here's the thing about Zach LaVine, I think. We haven't seen it. I understand that. But on the biggest of stages, I think he could go toe-to-toe with some of these dudes.
I would almost guarantee it.
Yeah, I think he could go. He ain't shrinking.
No.
You know what I mean?
We've seen it personally on the dunk contest.
Oh, right.
We've seen, dude, and we've seen him in one playoff run, go tit for tat and put up some points too. So, yeah. It's almost the same that you could possibly say with De'Aaron.
Right.
I think that's one of the last things people are trying to get an understanding about De'Aaron and Domantas, to be completely honest, is, you guys are solid ball players, all league type, all-star type caliber players, but you ain't pushed the narrative far enough to make it to the playoffs. And the one time you did together, you lost in a hell of a 7-game series. But can you do that? Push it to the second round, third round? Can you guys showcase the true capabilities of a star in the playoffs?
Right. Let's continue the phone calls, Jay, here. Let's go to Angelo on line 3. Angelo, what's happening, man?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you guys taking the call.
Good.
So huge fan of the broadcasting, all that good stuff. Now, on this last note of Zach LaVine, I'm on the polar opposite side. Guy plays zero defense, right? So putting him alongside De'Aaron would do wonders on the offense and for spacing, right? But Zach LaVine needs the ball all the time to give you. He's not a fantastic catch and shoot. He's always dribble, step back, all this good stuff. But anyways, I don't think they're ever going to pay his $40 or $45 million a year rather than Monk's less than 20, 50, right? So I think Monk, the value you get from both, Monk is exponentially worth his money way more. Now, as far as the Fox versus whole front office thing, right? Monte McNair is absolutely the best GM we've had in the last 4 or 5, like you said, right? Or 3 or 4. But Wes Wilcox is where we're going down, man.
Tell me why. Hold up, Angelo. I'm going to cut you off, and I'm going to let you speak. but give me some hard-earned facts. Give me something, not just innuendo, not just a narrative. Talk to me, big fella.
Absolutely. Look at the last roster he constructed in Atlanta.
So you can't do that, Angelo. You can't do that because if we're giving Monty credit for this roster, don't you got to give Wes credit too? Wes helped create this roster too, right?
How it's constructed. I don't like how it's constructed. Monte's huge on the draft and free agent side. Okay, and Wes Wilcox came in with as much experience as Monty in front office. They came at the same time. Wes Wilcox, I believe, right? I'm a huge conspiracy guy, which I guess is great for this situation.
Go ahead, Angelo. Go ahead, man.
Situation. But Wes Wilcox is building this roster. He wants to be a GM again so bad, okay? And he's building this roster alongside Monty, right? Monty's drafting these guards. Love the guards. Fantastic gets. But you're passing up on wings, right? If we were going to lock down this Malik and Fox long-term, you got to stop drafting guards. I'm sorry. But Wes Wilcox is a guard-heavy guy and small forward, right? You look at that roster. I had the screenshot driving. I can't dig in my phone. But anyways, 9 guards, 3 shooting guards, 1 true center, 2 power forwards. There's no length, right? And that does not work in today's game, in my opinion. Let me know what you think.
All right, Angelo, appreciate it, man. I'm gonna let Angelo get his off.
Well, I agree. Length doesn't work in this NBA's. You
need more length.
You definitely need.
I think we also agree with that. We need
sure.
and nobody's saying the roster's complete or anything like that. We all agree. There needs to be some moves, some tweaks. I'm saying I don't think that's the reason, De'Aaron, and that's the reason why we are where we are right now. I don't think it's roster construction as the big glaring issue, if you will. We want to sneak one more in, Jay?
Take that last one.
Yeah, let's get Buddha. Buddha, you're on with Drapes and Jay. What's happening?
What's up, family? How y'all boys doing?
Good, man. What's happening?
Hey, man, I just want to put my little input on this Fox situation real fast. I don't think it's time to run Fox out of town yet, man. He's a great player. He's been showing it all year. He's battling with a messed up finger right now. But, he gave us 60. He gave in the first playoff game that he had debuted, it was the second most all time, 38 points. Like, come on, let's not forget what Fox really is, man. So I feel like why not get a move like John Collins? They talking about the everything is on the table, the assets is on the table right now. What's the holdup? Is it the Fox rumors and stuff like that, or what? Because if we get a player like John Collins, somebody that's getting oops from everybody like Sabonis, Demar, Fox, Monk, like that's a player that we don't have right now. That's the size that we need, the 6'9" size, the 3-point shooting. Like he could become a new player in Sacramento. I don't know why the conversation all of a sudden turned to let's trade Fox and not let's get somebody like John Collins and see what's going on.
All right, appreciate you, Buddha, and I agree.
Hold on, let me ask Buddha.
Buddha, you there?
Yeah, Buddha, you still there?
I'm still here.
All right, Buddha. Let me say, what if you go to Fox and Fox says, John Collins, that's my dog and all, but you know what? I want out. How you feeling?
Okay, that's understandable. If he went out, he went out. His family saying that he didn't request no trade request and stuff like that. So he said in the Draymond Green podcast that basically he wanted to be a Sacramento King for the rest of his career. So I don't understand why.
But he also said it
so fast.
But he also said like they got to come with it too within the same interview.
And John Collins would be coming with it. That's a whole different aspect to the game that we would have because we'd be struggling. We'd be shooting 3-pointers. If we ain't hitting the 3, it's a bad night. We need something in the paint, some easy buckets. John Collins, he's a great field goal percentage. He can shoot threes. He's good rebounding, like blocking shots. That's exactly what we need next to Sabonis and the whole team.
I'm not arguing you. I'm just asking you. Yeah, I'm with you. I like John Collins.
All right, Boot, appreciate the call, man. 916-339-1140. Final segment of the Drive Guys here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, and the regular season is over, but the high hand bonuses, those are not. $500 per primetime football game, whether it's weekend, Monday night, whatever it may be. And those bonuses available until the season ends, including the big game on February 9th. Capital Casino, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com. Please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Happy New Grill. Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat as we did on Christmas Eve. Bring out all the flavors of the new year with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you Happy New Year. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Hey, Mom, I've been meaning to talk to you about some new COVID information I saw online. I read that Black folks like us with certain conditions like diabetes, heart disease, mental health conditions, or being 50 and older, like you, are at high risk.
Boy, you sound like a commercial.
I'm just saying. I know you love your ginger teas and essential oils, but remember, there are treatment options for COVID-19.
I promise if I get sick again, I'll call my doctor to ask about my options.
Visit WeTalkWeRise.com to learn more. Brought to you by Pfizer.
What does it feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refunds belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up he doesn't see coming.
Only the most tax confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop at his video game face and watching him crumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Oh, not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. TaxSlayer. File fearlessly.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sacktown Sports.
Final 10 minutes here to Drive Guys, Sacktown Sports, 1140. Back here with you tomorrow. Kevin Whitey Gleason will be back. I'm flying to OKC tomorrow, baby.
You and Uncle V.
Me and Uncle V. I should be on the PJ with him.
Yeah, you should
the
be.
Private
Make
jet,
that call,
right?
man.
Like, who do I need to talk to, right?
You ain't got to talk to nobody. You just send a text, Uncle V. I'm in the building.
Right.
Take care of the nephew.
I'm sliding through. A busy day, obviously. Top stories today. First of all-star reserves announced. No Domantas Sabonis once again. Yeah, shame. Our guy is snubbed once again. Can't wait to hear.
Let me say this real quick, too, real fast. Finish your thought. I just want to give a little more Melo love because I came across this. Stat news. LaMelo averages more points per game, rebounds per game, and assists per game than every single Eastern Conference All-Star reserve. Put that out there.
But he's on one of the worst teams in the league. Jay, come on, man. This ain't Rucker Park. This ain't pickup ball. Melo would be a top pick if it was. You got to have some team success. He's going to get there. I like Melo. He just needs to be surrounded with some better talent. I'm with you on that. So no Domas, and also the latest on De'Aaron Fox. we've been talking about. We got about 6 minutes left, Jay. Let's get to these phone calls right now. Let's go with Paul. I'm going to start with Paul on line 2. Paul, you're on with Drapes and Jay.
Man, I just got to tell you, man, I say make a move. Make your next move be your best move, man. We got to look, Drapes. Man, we've been through this thing with Fox for a long time, man. And, you know, it's the inconsistency. You know what I mean? So when you have this type of player, he's a second star, not a superstar. Remember that. Mm. But because I remember the homie said that yesterday on the radio, and he makes a lot of sense. But the bottom line is that we got to make a move, man. I mean, we're not going to get better without trading Fox. I'm going to be honest with you. We're just not. I mean, he's not a great facilitator. You know, he tries to shoot that little 3-point shot. He's not a pure shooter. And when he does shoot it, a lot of times it's coming off, man. I'm just going to keep it real. And we got to make our next move be our bet. We got to do it, man. I mean, I remember the Bibby trade. I remember the Jay Will trade. I remember all this stuff. I've been a fan for a long time, and I believe that we can make this be successful with the right pick, with the right trade we do. And I'm not.
Give me somebody, Paul. Give me somebody. Give me who's right now. You eyeballing it across. Who's the right trade?
I mean, if I had my choice right now, you know what I'd get? There would be 2 players I would get out this, but I know it's not going to happen. But this is what I would want. I'd want Jalen Green. I want Fred VanVleet all day long. You give me those 2, we're grooving in the 70s movie. We're grooving in the 70s movie. I know that's not going to happen. But if that's what I would want, I'd want Fred VanVleet and I'd want Jalen Green. We need more athleticism on this team. But then again, we also need like a John Collins as well. We need length and all that too. But we need someone that's going to come sell us tickets. You know what I mean? We need like someone to sell out the arena every night. And we're not going to get that who we have. So who we going to get? We better figure something out. But we want flash. I like enthusiasm in a player. I want a player to put the game to the line every night. And you know, we don't have that. We don't have that one player that goes all out and plays so hard. We don't have that. But if we get that, if we get like a John Morant that just want to put his body on the line every night, I like that. Yeah, he might get hurt, but I like how he plays. But we need players like that. We don't have that. The only one player we have like that is Sabonis. He'll play with the injured back, with the injured elbow, with the injured head, injured eye. He's the only other player on that team that will play with injury. Everybody else, they all weak.
Nah, Fox playing with injury right now, though. Come on now. All right, Paul, thanks for the call.
I disagree, too. I think Malik is that.
Yeah, Malik, too. Let's get to Tim on line 1. Final call of the day.
Where he coming from, though?
Tim,
I hear
you hear where he coming from?
I can feel his pain, man.
Tim, what's up, man?
Yeah, guys, I'm kind of with the last caller. So Monty hasn't been perfect, but I think the question is, has Fox failed the organization? You take SGA, Brunson, or a guy like John and put him on this team. Is this team this bad?
Oh.
I think, Tim, that's the conversation.
Yeah.
How good do you think De'Aaron Fox is?
Yeah, we've had it.
That's the conversation right there.
I don't think he's a top 20, personally.
Okay.
Can he be that, though? Can he,
I think so.
On the biggest of stages, can he?
SGA has shown it in a shorter time. I don't think he can.
But that's SGA. No, because here's the thing, Jay. Just because he ain't SGA don't mean he can't be good.
Oh, no.
He can't be great. Like,
that doesn't mean he's great. That doesn't mean he's great, though. He is good. He's not great, though.
I mean, let's keep it real regarding SGA, who I love. SGA just came on the scene about a year ago. What did OKC? What did OKC do until last year,
Hold
Jay?
on, slow down.
Ramsey, you backing me up? SGA's nice.
SGA came on the scene more than last year, though.
What I'm saying is his team ain't really do anything until last year.
Yeah, but he had a bunch of young pups.
He was putting up numbers. He was De'Aaron Fox before he got surrounded by superstar great talent.
They at one point in time they were on the same level. Absolutely. Right. I mean, even coming out, I've told the story before. We were sitting right there in summer league, and I looked at him. I said, "Man, this dude gonna be legit, right?" But I think there's different circumstances, and I think that's what your argument is OKC has built it all kind of around him, but with youngsters. Like they're all together.
Right.
You know, they're all like literally 23, 24, where the Kings have kind of tried to spot stuff around. And so I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. I got where you go.
And I'll throw this out at you, and I'm going to pull up the stats right here on NBA.com stats. I'm looking at we got to get ready to go. Okay.
Finish it up, man.
I'm looking at a team's De'Aaron Fox's usage, if you will, versus SGA. And I could make the argument, Jay, because Domas is there. To your point, OKC built everything around him. SGA was the hub.
Sure.
When the Kings traded for Domantas Sabonis, Fox had to share the hub.
True.
Fox could get 30 a night. He could get 30 a night. But how impactful, what is it? Like with this team, you don't have to go for 32. OKC, Shea's role is I'm the hub. Everything revolves around me. That's not how we run it here with the Sacramento Kings. Yeah. I'm not saying De'Aaron Fox is as good as Shea. I'm not saying that. I'm saying we haven't seen the best of Fox yet, in my opinion. I think he still has. You're shaking your head.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You think that's it, huh? You think that?
I mean, it's not. It's
2 years ago. He was playing better than Steph Curry before the finger happened. I'm not saying he's better in that series.
But who closed the show?
He got hurt, Jay. He got hurt. You killing me, man.
It's tough, man. But it's one of them things where it's like this, Drapes. I think, and this is what I said there, and I'm just comparing both of them. They were almost at the same spot. I think SGA has elevated himself to take the next step of being, you know what, I am that guy. And I think, hopefully, I think that's what the caller was trying to say is there is another level, and I think that's what you're saying. There's another level for De'Aaron to take. The difference of it is SGA has reached it a lot quicker, and I think people are trying to like, hey, De'Aaron, we need you to get there now.
All right, we got to get out of here, Jay. What we got? Infinity?
We got Infinity Radio Network.
Radio
UC Davis coming up in about 40 minutes.
And we got UC Davis basketball in about 40, 45 minutes or so. You've been listening to The Drive, guys, here on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. We can help you save on the right